Are you ready for Outta Nowhere? Are you ready for Outta
It's JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves Outta Nowhere. Monetize this bitch is in the air. Run Smackdown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. You know it's Cronin, tell them that we own it. On almost every night, bitch, we got the potion. Laying back in my whip, puffin' straight coastin'. Turn on the app, it's live, Joe Cronin. Raw reviews, don't forget Smackdown too. He's on Twitch, on Twitter, and YouTube. So if you want a dose, homie, of the real shit, tune in right now for some heel shit. It's JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves Outta Nowhere. Monetize this bitch is in the air. Run Smackdown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's JCS, JCS. Everybody here knows not the test. Cross Joe on the shelf like the rest. And life goes on, cause we the best. Everybody know Joe states facts. More views than your ass, check the stats. Keep talking till your ass gets smacked. Keep it up, then your ass gets clapped. Everybody tunes in cause we all love it. Joe's real, he ain't no motherfucking fake puppet. Tells you what it is, homie, and you better love it. And if not, 2 words, bitch, go suck it. JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves Outta Nowhere. Monetize this bitch is in the air. Run Smackdown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. It's JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in.
The Monday night ratings are dropping. The SmackDown ratings are dropping below 2 million. There is so much terrible happening right now in the WWE. It's almost insane. And we're getting close to Christmas time. It's the holiday time. So people are beating the crap out of each other at stores and all kinds of things. So I felt like, well, you know, it's the holiday spirit here, the Christmas spirit, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, holiday, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Jizz Guzzler, you know, whatever it is. This is Outta Nowhere, episode 131, and we have a lot to talk to. We have a lot to talk about, and I'm talking to Jake. Look at his Christmas tree back there. Some guy's going to pop out. That's the most anorexic Christmas tree ever. And let me tell you something. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go if you guys are. So strap in, grab a drink, and get ready.
So as I've been relaxing between Tommy's big white buns of steel, watch the Joe Cronin Show, I've been seeing some fag donating as me. Listen here, motherfucker, there is only one room for one journal between those smelly cheeks, and that's me, so fuck off.
Oh, wow, there's apparently an imposter. That's crazy. So there's an imposter of Tommy's real journal. So that's crazy, man. Thank you for the 316. And speaking of the 316, tonight we have an all-new $6 Stone Cold Steve Austin Christmas song stunner donation. So for all the people out there that love the holidays so much and enjoy Steve Austin whooping Santa's ass, there's a song for you. And I have a song for Vince McMahon, too. It's called Your Company Sucks Dick Now. Let's talk about it on Outta Nowhere, 131.
Fuck BG in its mouth. Fuck Russell, tear it out.
feel it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Out of Nowhere, episode 131. We got the news today that Smackdown went below a 2 million, or a 2, or whatever you want to call it. The rating systems, there's still multiple different rating systems, but basically less than 2 million people were tuning into SmackDown. So SmackDown's ratings take a dive. That's no good for them. Enjoy that, Fox. You're going to love SmackDown, Fox. It's going to be great for you. Enjoy your investment. And now that we know that it wasn't taking the time slot now of something that was on there that was that was like doing better than that, or that was doing worse than that, that's a whole different story, man. This is a whole different story compared to what we thought we were going to get here as far as you know, what SmackDown was doing on Fox and what Fox was doing with SmackDown and all that garbage. So, whatever. Anyway, Jake, what do you think about that? What do you think about SmackDown? I mean, Raw and SmackDown, all-time lows. I mean, SmackDown always goes how Raw goes, to be honest, but... I'll get you muted. I'm sorry, go ahead now.
SmackDown usually follows Raw, like you said, you know, one follows the other, but my God, this was bad. This is the second lowest since they've gone live and moved to Tuesdays. The only episode that they beat out just barely was the one from election night, November 8th, 2016. Justifiably so. All eyes were on the election. You know, that makes sense. This one didn't even have any big draw on network television. The most watched show was NCIS, which has been on for over a dozen seasons at this point. You know, there was no big sports event or anything else drawing people's attention away. It just did poorly. There wasn't enough to carry it. Interest is at an all-time low. Have fun, Fox. Enjoy your new gift, you know? They'll wrap it with a nice little bow for you and rob you blind, apparently. Yeah, pretty much. Fox is the execs that paid all this, you know, money, billions of dollars later. They're in the back trying not to shoot themselves.
Someone said to me the other day, they were like, "Oh, it's going to do a 4 million on Fox though, so it's not a big deal." I'm like, man, you think it's going to do you think SmackDown's going to jump to a 4.5 rating on Fox?
I think whatever they're at, they're going to get an extra million.
Really?
I think that'll pretty much, yeah. I definitely think they'll get an extra million just from not being on cable. You know, that air is a huge, you know, open opportunity, because the only way you can watch it is if you have cable right now.
I mean,
once they make the switch, anybody can tune in, and you have a you know, a limited amount of channels in that setting, and you've got to.
That will help ever slightly, but
I think all in all, you'll see just under 1 million like of an influx. Plus, they'll have the initial like big draw. I'm sure they'll do things to make people check it out that either don't watch wrestling usually.
Yeah, they'll call the old timers back in.
Yeah, and they're going to do things to try and make it, you know, a big deal. But I don't think it'll last long either. So
I don't
have
think
an influx early on, and then it'll drop off and taper pretty quickly.
Would you like to drop off on me? No, so what about
Cliff?
Have you seen this too, that like Alexa Bliss, they said she was cleared? I forgot who it was that said she was cleared.
Well, we were talking last night, and
she's
it
not
was
cleared.
Mark Henry that had spoken with her and told her, take your time, but apparently she was, you know, all set to make a comeback. They were kind of leaving it on her because we heard more of her symptoms with the post-concussion syndrome. She had vertigo very badly. She had memory loss and lapses. She wasn't able to recall, like, taking certain flights and moments of travel. She had bad headaches. The list goes on. So now Meltzer comes out today and comments on what Mark Henry said, and he said that she has limited clearance for physical activity, but she hasn't been fully cleared to come back to wrestle in the ring. She did go to the Performance Center in Orlando last week for in-ring training, but with her suffering multiple concussions in such a short period of time, they haven't, you know, gone ahead and actually let her, you know, return, be fully cleared yet. So
yeah. Well, it's really...
Mark Henry said she was really bad off. I couldn't remember where I was. I couldn't remember what I was doing in the city. We were flying from London to Switzerland, and I couldn't remember what flight or anything. I had to rely on everyone to do everything else for me. I couldn't stand up straight. I had vertigo. I was in a bad way, and I came back too soon, banged my head again, and I really was in a bad place. That's what Mark Henry said. She said to him. So
Jesus. Well, you know, also we lost the Dynamite Kid. So
yeah.
That
on
was
his birthday of all days. I mean, you never want to see someone pass away, but especially on his birthday.
Well, I mean, he was really suffering too. Like, so this was one of those ones where, I mean, he was bad. Like, he was in bad shape. And he was just, what a great wrestler he was. And he never, ever got the full potential, really, in the WWE. The British Bulldogs, yeah. And he was great, but just never, I think the WWE didn't like him either, too. Like, he was just, he crapped all over them, but.
Yeah, it seems like that family or anyone related to in some way, shape, or form got the shaft big time with WWE, So
yeah, we rest in peace to the Dynamite Kid, man. He was just a lot of people didn't see this guy get to wrestle, man. This guy was nuts. Like, he was so goddamn good. He was like, I don't know, the Benoit before Benoit, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, he was very technical and a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Very agile.
I remember when I first saw Chris Benoit, I thought, like, man, he's kind of like the Dynamite Kid, I mean, I don't know. I always thought
I can certainly see that comparison. Absolutely.
Only time I ever saw him, I think one of the I don't know if it was Calgary, like the Stampede or Stampede Wrestling or something else from years ago when I was a kid. I saw him and he was so good. It was like he was like moving way different than the WWF guys. Because when I saw it as a kid, I was like, damn, this is crazy. It was even a faster pace than what people would consider to be a faster match, like Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man at Mania 3. Like he had an intensity, man, out there that was really pretty cool to watch. And even when I was young, I saw that shit. And, it was, but again, he was kind of suffering and stuff like that. So I'm glad that he's at least out of that because he wasn't going well.
Chapter 37 Tickle My Walrus. It was a cold January and me and Hamza were bored, so we played hide the tiny red ball and we hid over that homeless guy. Till this day I refuse to give $1. Needless to the ball ended up in my mouth and they made me a man.
Tommy's Real Journal, thank you again. By the way, that guy's got to be an old school listener, whoever that is donating, because he said tickle my Wilrus, which is like fucking from 5 years ago.
Hell yeah! Fuck Mean Gene in his mouth. R.I.P. Dynamite Kid. Joe, Walter vs. Pete Dunne is coming, can't wait. Balor should go back to Japan and lead the Bullet Club firing squad, and feud with the Elite, with Balor vs. Omega at Wrestle Kingdom World Title Main Event.
Wrestle Kingdom. My name is Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm like Duke Nukem, but I'm Wrestle Kingdom. The Goon, how you been, Goon? Shout out to the Goon. Thanks for the 316. Guys, if you want to donate tonight, the link is in the description box down below. And, of course, you can super chat, too. All the donation amounts are listed below, except one. There's one that isn't listed, and that's the brand new $6 Stone Cold Steve Austin Christmas donation.
Journal entry 3. I should do these in order, but each live episode journal entries are chosen at will. There's a fake journalist out there, but it's really for me. My jizz is godly. Remember it, savor it, and swallow it. Now back to finger painting by number.
Leah does that. Leah does the paint by numbers.
You're as bad as me.
I think I'm having a stroke, Leah, is what I'm trying to say.
Fickle, 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 fickle. Fickle, 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 fickle.
I did this to Danny before. I put it on a loop.
Fickle,
I found.
Fickle, 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 fickle.
Ray Fickle.
Fickle, fickle.
Tommy's gonna hear pickle and get all excited.
Fickle.
Yeah, Tommy thinks it's pickle.
Fickle, fickle.
Stop tagging me. It's not me.
Fickle, fickle,
fickle,
fickle.
That was Daniel Bryan's taint hair. Man, Daniel Bryan is looking creepy. Where's this?
Well, speaking of Daniel Bryan, after SmackDown went off the air last night, they had the Mixed Match Challenge. And then they had a huge WWE Championship rematch, essentially not rematch, but the match was a rematch, but they put the title on the line. And Daniel Bryan and The Miz, I guess, tore the house down. A lot of people said it was an excellent match. Obviously, The Miz couldn't get the win. But Miz received a really huge face reaction from the crowd, was playing the babyface role through the whole match. Yeah. And I said that it seemed like they'd be turning him anyways. But what I wish they showed that match on SmackDown last night. And then Daniel Bryan gets on the mic and said, "There's a kid over there with a birthday sign. You know what, kid? It's your birthday. Congratulations. You're stupid. Your parents should be very proud." Yeah, he's like, your parents should be very proud because on your birthday it got recognized that you're stupid.
Dude, Daniel
so he was trying
Bryan
to ruin the kid's birthday. Like that's the kind of heel you want to see. That's great. That's the shit that needs to be on TV, not this other senseless, garbage of nonsense between the New Day throwing out pancakes, and let him take up an hour of our time instead of someone like Baron Corbin.
This reminds me of like there was on TMZ a few years back, like Alberto Del Rio, I think it was, got in trouble for ripping a kid's sign, and the mom raised hell because he got really upset, like all the way home. Oh, it was so fucking fun. It's like
there's been a few instances of that, and
it's ridiculous. Like that's good shit, but it's ridiculous that it gets.
But you figure SmackDown's got a 1.9 rating, 1.9. Oh. I mean, like I said, second lowest since the 2016 election.
It looks like the vegan who stole happiness. Yeah, look at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then they pull this shit after the show goes off the air. Why would you not put this on the air? How little do you care? And then you have Taz complaining online. I don't know if you caught any wind of this.
I don't know why, but Taz has been making headlines every week for complaining. Yeah, I don't know why. Hey, Taz, we've been doing it for...
He's been really ripping into the product. Like,
we've been doing it for 2 years, Taz. Where you been, you dumbass?
Usually he's a little more optimistic and positive in nature, mostly.
Jump on the bandwagon, Taz.
Outspoken the past few weeks. And he basically, not that long ago, said that, the title... side plates needed to go because the Yes Movement, if it's dead, then get rid of them. He said that he should whip out a screwdriver and, unscrew the plates or, throw them on the floor to show that the Yes Movement is dead. He says, makes him look even cooler if he does it. I don't know if the dude is, heel or babyface. I'm sure he's a heel because they're killing the Yes Movement. But you know how fans are, and I would have had him just hold the belt up without the plates. How cool would that shit be? Right or wrong, what do I know? He said, I don't need to be effing dealing with creative stuff and writing wrestling. I don't know shit. Well, then that's what they did last night. They had Daniel Bryan take the plates out of his pocket. He throws them on the ground, and there's no longer the Yes Movement. He's got, the plates off the belt. And Taz was basically online, being, lauded, saying that, oh, well, your idea was stolen. He didn't say. He said just because the plate is made of steel does not mean you can steal content off the plate, was his response, saying that they copied his idea, but he was, I think, meaning that in jest. But whatever.
Oh, let me tell you, fucking WWE, I'm a dumbass. I don't know. I don't like Taz because he puts down like people like us and people that do this who have like actually garnered an audience all by ourselves with no help whatsoever. I didn't just walk out and because I was on TV and stuff like that, I got offered a job on Sirius Satellite Radio or CBS Radio or wherever it is. I built this audience. Dare I say it's as close to or bigger than Taz's audience. And, I didn't have some kind of boost or whatever. So I'm actually proud that this is what we do. And, but he was a former wrestler. There's no one that's going to know certain things better than him. But at the same time, he sucked as an announcer. Oh, here it is. It's Christmas time. The new $6 Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I whooped Santa Claus's ass. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. I dropped him on that stack of dimes neck.
Stone Cold Steve Austin sings the Christmas classic.
I whooped Santa Claus's ass. Merry fucking Christmas, because Stone Cold said so. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. Oh well,
NXT OMG. So good. I think I'm mostly excited for this horsewoman versus horsewoman thing just because if WWE lets them they could go all out. This thing could burn the house down. You think Becky will get McGregor?
That'd be great if McGregor did come into it. I think that was PA the Baker. Man, Pat the Baker. I don't know which one it always is, but thank you, man, for the donation, the $6. I would like to see Becky Lynch bring in... I actually don't. I want Becky Lynch to be her own person, to be honest.
Yes. Aston, Santa Claus's ass. I dropped him on that stack of dimes, Nick. I whooped Santa Claus's ass. Merry fucking Christmas, because Stone Cold said so.
Oh my God, fickle nickel.
Aston, Santa Claus.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, fickle nickel.
Oh hell, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. Hell yeah. You sons of bitches. What? I'm going to stomp a mud hole on your sorry asses. What? I got this nickel. What? It's going straight up your ass. What?
Oh my God.
You piece of goddamn shit. What? Sit there with your pube cheeks and your pussy face.
Give me a hell yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hey Joe, Jake, fellow JCS Army members, since Daniel Bryan is now a super heel, should we call him Dan Heel Bryan? Get the signs made, make hashtags with hashtag Dan Heel Bryan. Fine, it was stupid, I tried. Trying to smile, you cum guzzling tallywhackers.
Oh, Haskell 420, what's up, Haskell, man? I hope you hang in there, buddy. We need to get you the go. You need to set that GoFundMe.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Haskell?
So you want war, you got war. Chapter 38.
Oh boy,
Dick
here we
in
go.
my socket was 2009 and I decided to masturbate to pics of Leonardo DiCaprio and Fommy walked in and I sprayed him in the middle of him screaming. I started to laugh and said, take it bitch and go to hell.
Wow, you did all that to Fommy?
Damn.
Now,
Take it, bitch, and go to
no wonder
hell.
your brother hates you. Tommy's real journal. No wonder your brother hates you. Tommy, what's up, bro?
Not much, man. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
We're surviving. See, Joe, you're in Twitter purgatory in jail at this point in time, so you're missing out a little bit. But
Yeah.
you know, there was a post put out that looked genuinely like Tommy could only be described as oodles of noodles and just tons of spaghetti, a lot of spaghetti. And you know, someone had said, look, it looks like Tom.
We were expressing the universe.
Tommy had to
noodles.
say that was not him. He had to explicitly state that was not him. So
I laughed my balls off when I saw the face. I didn't realize why they were asking Tommy that until I saw the face.
I saw it on Twitter, actually, because even though I can't respond on Twitter until, I believe tonight at 2 a.m., I'm back on Twitter. Tonight at 2 a.m., I think. But even though I couldn't respond, I've seen all your tweets. In fact, I like that you guys are tweeting me because I can still read all your tweets, even though, you know, I'm not able to respond to you. I just feel bad when I can't respond to people, but I can DM with people at least, so that's good. But
it just looks like Tommy covered in linguine with what can only be described as tentacles behind him. It's very odd, but you know.
I just ask everybody to stop tagging me in that stupid shit.
You got to
Tommy,
embrace it,
that
Tom.
was gold, though.
Embrace
Tommy,
it. That's beautiful.
Tommy, you literally do that to people. That's what I was posting about earlier. Like, you legit.
And also, that was a legitimate question. That looked like that really did look like.
And you harass people on Twitter, and like then they tag you and you get mad. It's like this is how Keemstar thinks about you.
I don't put bullshit pictures and shit like that. I mean, I ask questions and I type stuff and I don't make fun of.
What about the TikToks?
I enjoy doing TikTok.
That person probably
I don't know
enjoyed
if
what they
everybody
did.
that watches it enjoys it though.
Who
That's the
says
thing.
that person didn't enjoy putting linguine all over their naked body?
Yeah. Well, no, he's got boxers on.
All right, Tommy. We'll see you
What
later,
the
bro.
fuck?
I don't know. I'm just hanging up on him. I don't know why. He came into the call like smashing
And I heard
something.
that.
He's been
Yeah.
doing that the whole call. The whole call he was on like doing this and going like, like, see what I'm doing? The whole time he was smashing something in front of the camera like this and like giggling, looking. And it's like, what are you doing? And the whole time he's making noise doing that. So just get the fuck out of here. Like, what kind of fucking retarded shit was that, dude? I'm not joking, everybody. He had some kind of ball and some kind of stamping thing, and he was like, dunk, 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 dunk. Like, it seemed unnecessary. And he's doing it while he's on the call. And I didn't even put him on camera. That's why I didn't put him on camera.
I didn't know if he was trying to salt like a whale or what. It was
no, he was trying to be annoying. He was trying to be annoying, so I would say, like, what are you doing? So then he could tell us what he was doing. That's what he was doing. He was looking for attention. So I didn't give him it.
Jerking off a ghost?
Yeah.
I get so amused by the fact that he can see himself like it's a mirror in the faces that he makes
without
realizing it.
Look, I'm on camera.
He starts licking himself and playing with his eyes.
There's a lot of things about me you don't know anything about, Tommy. Things you wouldn't understand. Things you couldn't understand. Things you don't wanna get mixed up with a guy like me. I'm a loner, Tommy. A rebel. So
Damn.
long.
God damn. Pee Wee Herman, thanks for the 316. That's some crazy shit. That's some crazy shit. Jake, what do you want to cover for stuff? I mean, I've got like two things that are interesting.
One of the things that just sticks out to me, it speaks volumes, is that Becky Lynch is fucking hot.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if you
true.
do that. So hot indeed that her Royal Rumble access session sold out in record time.
Wow.
It was less than 90 seconds it sold out. So,
wow.
I mean, and these were premium, prices, VIPs for access to go ahead for meet and greets. Some said it sold out in 4 minutes. The one, and this is the only one to sell out so far as well. As of 10 o'clock tonight when I checked it, none of the others were sold out. So I saw the original first two for 6 p.m. were sold out in 90 seconds. The 8 p.m. signings were done in 4 minutes. So that's awesome. That's truly incredible. A lot of big names, too. It's not like she was one of the only ones there. This is the full access thing. So, I mean, just she's so in demand at this point in time, and I wish they would just capitalize on her even more than what they're doing. I know she got injured, so things had to kind of take a back seat, but I would put her out there. I mean, you don't want to oversaturate the market. I get that, but I feel like they've just really underutilized her these past few weeks. Injured, yes. Put her on commentary. Make her, a little bit more prevalent than what they've done. Don't have her just walk away mid, promo segment like they did last night on SmackDown. That really infuriated me. So,
yeah, that was really dumb. I thought I wasn't into that. I went back and watched it because I didn't even notice it actually myself. I don't know if it was because I was busy or passing out around that time or whatever it was, but I wasn't. You noticed it and I didn't. I just thought like, oh, I didn't notice anything about that. And when I watched it back, it was weird. Like she slipped out the back door, but nothing ever came of that or was mentioned about that.
Yeah, and then she came back out just to basically walk away again. Like it was very odd.
Even just a one line of like, all right, well, I think I've given enough of my time, like or something, or the man's time, like.
Yeah,
the man comes out when the man's going to take a rest or whatever. Like she wanted to say some stupid line, just whatever.
The man said all she needs to say,
I'll let the kids play in the sandbox while the man goes backstage and has an adult drink or something. I don't know, something like that.
She's going off on Twitter. She can come out with these fire promos and whatnot, and she's done well so far. So
yeah, and they didn't. I don't know. That's a little thing to me. It didn't bother me that much, but I did notice it when I went back the second time, and it was a little bit like, oh, that is a little bit weird. That's a little bit strange. Dude, the Miz's face, these two faces are fucking gold. Like, these were pretty good. The Daniel Bryan is an angry, he's the vegan who stole happiness. And
get off my fucking lawn. Is that meat?
Yeah, and then, the Miz looking like somebody just shit on his Christmas tree. Like, that face right there, with the Miz is hilarious. Dude, when Daniel was like, and the pollution and what you people do, and then they cut to the Miz and he's just like, that was the funniest face, dude. That face is funny as fuck. Oh god, it was so funny. Like, I don't know. Can you believe that this is working? That we, like, oh, the Miz versus Bryan should be gold. Oh, it's not really working. We flip them from faces and heel.
Yeah, swap positions and
then it somehow works.
Now, the Miz is no longer being the elitist asshole. Now Daniel Bryan is, and It just,
But that
Miz is standing up for the audience and the people. Face. Oh, it is, but
that's
the
what
Miz
I love
is
about
gold
it.
with expressions. He's a good actor. That's why it's enjoyable.
That was one of his funniest expressions I've ever seen, though. Like, that really was, to me, like one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen him do, because he does have good ones. But that was, like, for comedy, like, I actually believed this face. It wasn't, like, because the Miz a lot of times does these over-the-top faces where you're kind of like, yeah, it's silly. But this one caught me off guard when I see him. He looked legitimately disgusted with Bryan, or, like, really, like, scared of what was being said. Like, I don't know, man. That was one of the best things, like, I've seen him do ever. Like, it was just a stupid face. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, and one of my favorites was when Daniel Bryan won the title from AJ. Just his tongue hanging out and that devious smile, and all of it was just fantastic.
Devious.
You can tell that he was going for a full-on character change.
Are you talking about devious Dave Rose? My Uncle Bill was a faggot. My Uncle Bill was a faggot. That's like Jesse Ventura.
Yeah. And that's more Ventura than
I was a Navy
uncle.
SEAL, and my Uncle Bill was a cocksucker. Have you ever seen an Uncle Bill who could suck a cock? I'll run for president if the FBI blows me. How about that?
He's got to start looking a little better if he runs, though. He's trying to look like a.
Have you seen my Jesse? You got the same name as me. I'm embarrassed about that, but you do. Did you see the video of me on TMZ showing off my 6-pack abs?
You got like 6 days.
You got nothing. You really have nothing to say. See, you're trembling. See, this is exactly what I would do to Kim Jong-un if I was the president. I would go to North Korea and I would intimidate him. President Trump, the difference between me and President Trump is he says that that North Korean Kim Jong-un is a little man. I would make him feel like a little man. I would actually make him feel that way. Listen, I gotta say thank you to David Delicious. David Delicious just became a $2 patron on Patreon.com.
David Delicious?
David Delicious.
I love it.
Or either way, Delicious David. They could work too.
Indeed.
That is
tasty.
That is sexy.
Delectable
David Delicious. Delectable Delicious David. Also, Elijah becoming a $2 patron. Michael Keen's coming back. Tay Money with the $2. What's up to Tay Money? And, of course, Wayne Kobielka became a patron, too. Almost butchered that last name. And Daniel became a patron, too. Daniel. And I think those are all the new ones. Chelsea Castillo. Fuck that name up. Nikki Jones. And Michael Radcliffe becoming a $10 patron. I got all the new patrons in there. How do you about that? Look at that. I did
That's awesome. Working our way to 500.
I'm the man.
Getting there.
500 patrons.
And then you look at the rest of the women's division, and they're just having such a friggin' hard time doing anything worthwhile. WWE had put out this Instagram picture saying, what will Alexa Bliss do with Raw Women's Division next? And it shows the entire women's roster from Raw's side with Alexa in the background. And then you have Dana Brooke commenting on it, and she said, never seems to fail, forgotten and underused, because they don't feature her in the picture, but yet she's still part of the Raw women's roster. And she has a right to speak up. She's another one. It's just unfortunate. Where's Alicia Fox? Where's, they only bring up certain people at certain times. Alicia Fox isn't in the picture, but you got Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mickie James, Ronda Rousey, Tamina, Nia Jax. You want to cut anybody out, cut out Tamina. What has she done,
Right.
It's unfortunate that they overlook so many and they focus on just a select few. And I'm not saying that Dana Brooke even, it deserves to be the champion. No, but they just, it's so easy for them to forget about somebody and push them aside.
Right.
You look at Ronda Rousey, she's doing the Superman punch on the tour right now. Some people originally thought it was just a nice tribute and, honoring Roman Reigns, but I guess this might be part of her repertoire going forward. So might be part of her moveset.
They basically treat them like they do the guys anyway. It's all about like who can they use for star power, and that's all it becomes. And
yeah,
the Diva thing makes it even that much worse because that's probably more of a hit show for them than the wrestling program now. So
And I had said it, a few months back, Jesse? I said I could see them changing the name. Now they're talking about changing it away from Total Divas into something else. So,
like what?
I don't know what. They haven't had any plans yet. Just said they're planning a name change. They want to get away from the
You mean to move away from divas in general?
I'm surprised they want to go away from it, to be honest.
Yeah, they said here, they're not actually sure about what, but they've heard different rumblings. Nikki Bella talked about it openly and said she wants to change the name. They should go away from divas to something else. So they haven't decided what that something else it'll be, but they want something unique and dynamic.
Unique and dynamic. I mean, I
don't think Total Women would work as well because of
Total Women. That's
dynamic ideas.
It will be like women, but they don't want to. They probably don't want to say wrestling either, like women of wrestling, because that's already a thing, or women that wrestle, or the wrestling women, or the women of. Like wonderful women,
that's why divas work so well, because divas were known for the wrestling, but also it's
something like power.
But they could leave
it's not
it
specific to wrestling.
They can leave it at Total Divas. It's different. Like I don't mind Total Divas when it's a reality show.
It's already different. That is the thing. Like,
yeah, it's not a big deal.
Now it's going to be like Power Divas.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see if Ronda Rousey is going to be using the Superman punch going forward, as they say she might be. I mean, I could see in one sense with her having the MMA background, but I don't know. I don't know if it fits.
They make her look like shit, though.
Well, that's the thing. I don't like the move to begin with. It's usually not sold well, and at least the way they used it with Roman, because he would deliver 6 or 7 of them in a row, it would just never seem that powerful. So
he's learned to make it work. Like sometimes when he hits it, and depending on who's selling it, it looks great. Like he's learned to kind of make it work sometimes.
Yeah.
But why do they gotta give that to her? Is that a thing? They need a superhero?
I guess that's what they're aiming for.
I mean,
they feel like they do sometimes.
Her thing is she can fucking break your arm or choke you out. Why does she have to have like this dumb hokey punch?
Well, I think they feel like she needs some other, like 1 or 2 other moves, I think. And
yeah, she needs a few things for the crowd to get behind.
That.
Yeah, she certainly could add a few more things besides the Samoan drop and.
Ironically, her move said, you would actually set her up similar to Reigns. You would set her up with spear, Superman punch, and the submission. Like it's kind of weird, but like that's what.
Yeah, because
I'm curious. Like,
the Superman
how
punch is an
agile
MMA
she
move.
To do other stuff, like couldn't she do some other things?
Oh, absolutely,
a little more flexibility.
If they could be more creative with her, it's what they give her to use. That's
I'm curious what she could bring to the table on her own if she has anything. I mean, I just don't know.
She should do some kind of setup, like a spine buster, and then like a move after that, like The Rock or something like would do.
Choice. Like that move, I could see her laying that in hard. Yeah, like a spine buster.
That would be cool, or a spine buster into the arm bar or whatever. 585's on the phone. What's up?
Mm-hmm. Joe, Jake, it's Tony. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Tony?
Not much, though. Just got done watching NXT and NXT UK, and to be honest, both those shows have been kicking ass right now.
Both were good, man. Aleister Black's going to get a title shot at Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, though, and not to mention Tommaso Ciampa goaded Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano to fight in a steel cage.
Did I say Tyler Black? I meant Aleister Black. Yeah, Aleister Black. Wait a minute. So I heard Aleister Black and Ciampa are fighting in Phoenix, but wait, they're fighting in a cage?
No, Johnny Gargano.
Black and Gargano.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a bit of a DIY reunion of sorts, and.
Ain't that the truth? My question is, now in the women's division of NXT, now that Shayna Baszler has Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke, do you think that makes Baszler more of a threat?
I mean, I guess it does, and I guess it also makes it so that she's going to be able to have this sort of sidearm here. She may go on a run with this title, because how is she going to lose now with the 3 of them and what they're doing?
Strength in numbers. She's got protection, and
like she's having some success in NXT, and she's kind of learning still. Like she really is new, and to give her the belt, this is one of those things where I feel like she's going to be down there for a long time. So all this stuff about horsewomen, this and that. Man, that might not happen until people thought last WrestleMania was going to happen. It might not happen until after this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, sheesh. SmackDown bored the crap out of me so bad, though, that I was playing my WWE Champions game, and Raw bored me so bad, though, I turned on Deal or No Deal on the last hour.
How was that new version of Deal or No Deal? I kind of like that show. I used to.
Oh my gosh! I mean, they got a different set of models right over there. I mean, hell, it was a lot more entertaining than fucking pissant Raw, though. I mean, with Vince McMahon taking his bullshit, I love to take his tongue, stretch it out of his mouth, and tie it up his ass so to where he licks his own crap.
I think Vince was thinking about the XFL today too much. He was like, you know what? There is 8 teams in the XFL, and we can't wait to announce the 8 teams of the XFL. That's what they couldn't wait for today.
Boy, you ain't lying, though. I mean, Champions on My Game got a new character. It's freaking Akira Tozawa.
Well, listen.
Yeah, and this was the weirdest glitch that I had in my game today.
I've seen a lot of weird ones, man. Like, there has been some weird-ass... By the way, how creepy does Vince look in these, like, green screen XFL announcement videos?
Yeah.
Like how
people are gonna run wild with that.
How terrifying does Vince look on these fucking green screens? He looks like a plastic doll came to life. He looks like a fucking, like a goddamn Muppet is like. I mean, I don't know, man. Vince just he looks all fucked up in these videos. Today, the XFL announced 6 teams or 8, I believe 8 teams.
Yeah, 8 cities which will host the 2020 season. So we got
have,
New York and New Jersey at MetLife Stadium.
Oh, way to steal my shit.
82,000.
Just jump right in there and take my fucking shit, Jake. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right.
I was going to read them all off, Jake, and you just
get
take
the
them.
stats
just
right.
do
You
it.
said,
just fucking do it.
Cities,
just take
6.
it. Whatever.
8.
I got all 8 right here. Fucking New York, Washington. No, I'm just going to go ahead.
Dallas, Texas. So that'll be at the Globe Life Park. Houston, Texas at the TDECU Stadium. Los Angeles, California at StubHub Center. St. Louis, Missouri at the Dome. Seattle, Washington. That'll be CenturyLink Field. Tampa Bay, Florida. And Washington, D.C. So, I mean, there's quite a few large arenas and centers here. The only one that's small is in D.C. Audi Field only holds 20,000 for attendance occupancy. But
no Boston. No Boston. Fuck you, XFL.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 8 teams here. I'm trying to remember how many there were for the original XFL season. So,
it was, I can't remember either. It was either 6 or 10.
Yeah, because there was.
It wasn't 8. There might have been 10. Maybe there was 6.
I think there was more than that. I think there was 10. I'm checking now.
It wasn't 8. I believe it was not 8 though. I don't remember 8, which is weird. I don't know what I'm talking about actually because I'm like 6 or 10. What the fuck that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I'm saying.
Trying to recall. I think it was 8 for the original. You might be right.
You think it was 8, so it was the same thing?
I think it was the same thing. Yeah, New York, New Jersey, Hitmen. Chicago. No, this might be current. So, yeah, I'm trying to go back and find out. But
they're like, you know what? They could have had the Patriots too. Would that have been funny if they called the team for the XFL the Patriots too? That'd be so funny.
It would work.
The new Patriots. They could be like it would be like the Boston Revolutionaries or something. I mean, the Revolution are the soccer team here, so we can't do that. But the Generals, something like that. I don't know. How about the Boston bitch boys, and we wear pink? Seriously, I'd be down with the Boston bitch boys, and we wear fucking pink. I'd be game with that. I'm in. Mark me all in for that, Vince. You sign that shit down. I'm ready to go.
Fuck Peter. They want everyone to stop using anti-animal language. Bring home is the bacon is racist. Now want phrases changed. Bring home the bacon, 2, bring home the bagel, beat a dead horse to feed a horse, be the guinea pig, 2, be the test tube.
Yeah, Haskell, PETA is the biggest troll ever. I mean, they're full of shit. I have the PETA, the new names for the animal sayings that PETA released, and I've got a new group of sayings of my own.
Joe Cronin got a big motherfucking cock, and fuck all you motherfucking haters. Y'all know how we get down. It's West Side for life. Yeah, Cronin got a big motherfucking cock.
Where up my Negroes? Jesse J is looking deliciously cute. I wanna taste him.
Oh.
Yum yum.
Well, he went to the bathroom to jerk off, so a Wandy, man, and there's S.Dollar in the video, too. When your boy backs your cock. Awandy, thank you, man. Dude, I didn't realize the old $6 donation was still active, apparently. So that means that it just chose that one over
I guess
the Christmas one. I don't know if he meant to get the Christmas one. Maybe I have to change the Christmas one now then, because that's weird. So I'm going to change the Christmas one to 625, since 25 is like Christmas.
Wow, that's weird that it can vouch to do that.
Yeah, it just decides which one it plays. All right, so here it is. The new $6 donation is going to be $6.25. So if anybody ever does it again for some reason, $6.25 will be the new one, and the $6 one will be the classic $S.dollar. Talking about my cock. I don't know. Thank you. I guess.
Well, there you go. 625. Stone Cold dropping dimes. Yeah, there was originally 8 teams as well. So
wow, okay, same thing.
I thought there might have been 10, but yeah, Birmingham, Chicago, Vegas.
Birmingham.
I had a San Francisco Demons jersey back then.
It's too bad that they couldn't just reuse some of those because they were pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it still feels. I wish there was more teams, but we'll see how it goes first. Don't. Count your chickens before they hatch, kind of thing.
It feels like those names were like the generic names.
Chickens?
What?
You never know.
No,
you never know. Yeah,
it felt like those names were Madden names,
more fast paced. It looks interesting to say the least from what they've announced so far.
Yeah, it was also supposed to be. You're talking about the XFL?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last time they said it was supposed to be like more football than football or whatever the fuck.
Well, they're going for fewer game stoppages and penalties. Tickets will be priced significantly lower than other professional sports, he added.
Yeah.
The league will begin play February 8th, 2020. That's the weekend after that year's Super Bowl. We already announced the 8 teams, and they said that, they're going to be very competitive, and rosters will be drawn from all available players, including those that have been cut from NFL teams. So, and the salaries will also be competitive, too. So...
Man, I'll tell you what, Jesse, you shaved your face. I want to rub my serpent all over the face of yours right there.
Sounds good.
And then
it's got a little roughness to it, too, so you might get, kill 2 birds with 1 stone right there.
A little extra sensation.
I want to chafe that thing up.
If you want smooth, that's got to be the day of, otherwise.
515's on the phone. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, Joe, it's Patrick.
Look at that cup.
Good old Patrick. Oh, this is Ginger's juice I'm drinking, Jesse.
Oh shit.
This is an old cup.
Actually, Joe, I'm sorry to use your show for this, but I just wanted to call in and thank Jesse J for his support in my GoFundMe and also Canadian Basement.
Is this Patrick Carnes? I didn't.
Very generous.
I didn't know this was Patrick Carnes, man. Oh, what's up, Pat? I didn't know it was you. I knew it was Patrick, but not Patrick Carnes.
Yeah, it's me, man. What's up?
I know you're going through a lot.
Yeah, life sucks.
Yeah, man. You and you Haskell and a couple other people, and it's just the worst time right now for this type of shit.
They pile it on all at once.
So I really wanted to thank, Jesse and Canadian Basement for their generosity. They really did a lot for me, all in, just in one day. So.
What the hell is your GoFundMe thing at? Where is that?
It's on the GoFundMe page, but people told me I should be using my...
I told him to go right to his PayPal so that he gets all the money.
Yeah, just give out the PayPal, so yeah. I mean, you should do both, though, because, you could get seen on GoFundMe by other people, and you could potentially get more.
GoFundMe is good for the story, and then it's good to direct people to your PayPal if you can.
Yeah.
But it's good to have both, because some people don't have a PayPal, so...
Yep, I agree.
So that's exactly what I did today. I changed it all over and put my, my PayPal in there and all that stuff. So, it's been quite the year, or quite the month anyway. But
yeah, man, it's good. Yeah, it's been awful. This has been. I've never heard so many awful stories. I've been saying it in the last couple episodes, you know what I mean? to people, like, because I know there's people
About
out there like
the only good
freaking
thing
out.
I've got going for me right now is I've got a civil case against Come and Go.
Okay.
So, might win something out of that and hopefully get employment. But
did you write down what happened on the GoFundMe page?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They basically somebody else wanted my position, so they came up with a lie saying I was going to murder a coworker.
Well, I didn't hear you say that. No, what? I mean, what happened? I don't get, like, what happened. Like, someone stole your drink, like you beat someone up at work or something, or like someone tried to take your.
No,
when you make that
work.
serious of an allegation, they have to investigate.
The cops should be called.
Wait, what did they make an allegation of? Like you take your dick out at work?
He threatened
No,
to
they
murder
made an allegation that I had threatened to murder a coworker.
Oh.
Yeah, that's enough to get at least an investigation. You don't even have to have proof of that. I don't
Wait,
think.
what? I mean, like, what did you say? Did you say anything? Like, and you didn't?
I didn't say anything at all. It was just a normal night. It was, I came in for my overnight shift. I work alone overnight. They're there for about an hour. And when they went to go home, I said goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow night for an hour.
Wait a minute, you worked at Come
and Go.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
KUM.
Is that like a Quickie Mart?
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Like a Quickie Mart. Yeah.
Oh my
Sounds
God.
to me like somebody just didn't like you and knew an easy way to get you out of there.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Come and Go. Well, you came and went. That's what they wanted. What a piece of shit place.
Well, now they got a civil suit against them for discrimination against what do they call it? Against mentally impaired people, and all that good stuff. So
yeah, you didn't do anything. I mean, you didn't do anything, and you got fired for like, I don't get it. Well, like, by who? A manager?
Oh, yeah.
Who the fuck fired you? Like,
I got the general manager fired me, but she also went around and was telling people all the medicines that I was on, telling people I've got a whole list of things that this lady did.
Wow.
She broke HIPAA law like no other.
That's
I
oh my
know
God,
that's mainly only for doctors, but
how does she know the medicines you're on though? Then
I had to tell her because before I got hired, they have to know that I'm on methadone before.
Who did she tell?
Go in.
Who did she tell that you were on these drugs to?
Everybody in the store.
How do you know? How do you know?
Up in conversation to them.
How do you know that they know?
Somehow, because they would tell me they know.
Really? Why would they bring that up?
I have no clue.
Like when someone says
that
talking,
and they'd be like, "So what's the methadone clinic like?" And I'd be like, "How do you even know about that?"
Wow,
that's not.
Wow, you should. Wow, dude, you this could be a suit, especially if they are going to testify that she told them, and you can be like, people treated me differently at work every day because of it, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Like, wow, dude, you should be able to. You might be fucking. You might have a huge case. That's great. I mean,
I've got the best lawyer right now in Des Moines taking my case based on a percentage when we win, because he is so confident that we're going to win. But of course, this is 6 months to a year down the road. So
well, you let me know what happens. I'd love to hear it. If you want me to show up in the courtroom just for no reason and just scream that she's a whore for no reason out of nowhere, I'll do it. Like, I'll show up there and I'll be like, she's a whore!
You're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'll call her a whore, and I'll just throw something at her. Well, listen, Pat, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you go, but listen, Patrick Carnes, I put his GoFundMe in the chat, so if anybody out there wants to help him out, feel free to go check out his GoFundMe. Get it a little bit started for him. $5 here or there. Get that thing up. Get it over 100. People start to see it. It starts trending. And oh, look, it's Sav King.
whooped Santa Claus's ass. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. I dropped him on that stack of dimes, Nick. I whooped Santa Claus's ass. Merry fucking Christmas, because Stone Cold said so. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. Hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Merry Christmas from my family. They sold the house and gave me 2 weeks to move in. Nothing is affordable, but hey, Christmas is a bitch. She'll be BK on Patreon hopefully soon enough. Hashtag fuck family. All I want for Christmas is to skull fuck Becky Lynch.
Oh my god. Holy shit, Sav King. What the fuck? Thank you for the Santa Claus stunner donation. And yeah, Sav King, man, it is a bad... Everyone, man, I'm just hearing it's like the worst right now, man. I don't know. This is last year around this time. People were doing much better last year. Like everybody was. This is
I don't know about that.
Well, I've never seen this type of misery right now. Like seriously, I'm not joking.
Dying in a fucking bedroom, but I don't know about everybody. That was a fucking whole nother matter.
In the general sense, I think people are doing worse this year overall. Honestly,
oh hell yeah! It's a definite fucking time of trials right now.
Oh my god. Leah just came in the room and showed me a tweet from Ember Moon's husband that said,
yeah, I had that.
I hope this, listen to this, I hope this unsafe moron doesn't hurt my wife again. Ember Moon's husband tweeted out, I hope this unsafe moron doesn't hurt my wife again. And then he deleted it.
Someone in the comments calls her a battle cow.
Yeah, everyone calls her Battle Cow. No, Grimm's Toy Show called her Battle Cow. That's what she got in a fight with him about once.
Oh my god, that's my new favorite term.
Dude, that is so fucked up, dude. Oh my god. Dude, that's awesome.
How he deleted it right after?
Yeah, I guess he just deleted it recently, but yeah, he wrote this.
Well, it already got out there. So.
Rest in peace, Moon's career, yeah.
No, right there, that one.
I think he's talking about the time down in NXT where Nia didn't properly catch Moon attempting a suicide dive and she suffered an elbow injury. That's what somebody said. Wow.
Well, people fuck up, but if she's known for fucking up a lot, that's gonna start coming out now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing if you fucked up in developmental, everybody's gonna have those stories. But if you've been fucking up a lot and hurting people over and over, and they've just been quiet about it because you're the next.
Well, then you add the outrage culture that we're all in now, and if you add that all together, you're gonna get some fucking people saying some shit now, you know. And you know.
Oh yeah.
Nobody did
calling
this.
her an unsafe moron, though, you know, like that. Oh, it was too far, but I can see why. That's your wife in the ring. You don't want her to end up, you know, with a broken face since you're working with the face breaker.
Well, and I'm wondering if they've been having to cover this shit up for a while.
I mean, I think so.
People on the Raw side in the
sucks.
back are upset with, you know, and SmackDown too, but now the Raw side as well. SmackDown was upset with her first. Now even people on Raw are genuinely upset with Nia. The fact that she wasn't reprimanded or punished, and, you know, yeah, it was a smart business move. Apparently they were upset that they never got an apology. And I had said this a few weeks back. You know, the backstage word was that she never, you know, seemingly tried to apologize. You know, we saw her initial tweet was, well, no one asked about my hand. And that was before they turned it into, let's go with, you know, make this into a story.
Make it a heel thing, yeah.
Yeah. You know, she genuinely was like, oh, accidents happen. Instead of saying, like, I know accidents happen, but I'm genuinely sorry. Even Brie Bella apologized, saying, like, I felt bad, I'm very sorry. No,
when she kicked that, yeah.
Yeah, you know, she with Ruby and everything that happened, she's like, oh, I'm genuinely sorry.
I think Brie's safer. I think Brie is safer than Nia.
Yeah.
Because Nia has all this power, and like what I've seen Nia do is like dumb. You know, Brie dove
made a
through the
simple
ropes.
mistake a few times, and we were worried about ring rust.
Yeah.
Nia, there was no excuse for that punch. Just looking at that one isolated incident, no excuse. Like Brie was a miscalculation. Brie just had like poor judgment in the sense of like timing with the kicks. but she didn't do it where like it was like just the timing fell off, and that happened with Liv. It was like, all right, it's bad, but she didn't continue to go afterwards. When Nia turned and punched Becky, there was no excuse for the way that was. That was a worked shoot.
What's scary for me? Well, like, are these all taped events? Like things are happening at?
Well, dude, like it's
not
stuff.
all of them. There's been a few house show incidents too.
This is
okay, yeah, because that's what was getting at. Is like, I wonder how much shit's happening.
This
in
is a
house
botch.
shows, too.
This is scary. Look at this. This is the scary one. Look at this. This is a shoulder breaker.
Oh God!
What type of shoulder breaker is this?
Was that her head hitting her knee?
She drops her.
Dumps her on the bench.
She drops her the wrong way. First she drops her the wrong way, then she just drops her on her head.
She drops her 2 ways wrong.
Yeah, 2 ways wrong. Exactly right. That's 2 botches.
And you know what's weird about it is you're this. It's almost like she got out of breath.
Yeah.
Because she's the bigger person. She should be able to gently put her down if she needed to.
That is just
She looked like she ran out of breath and had to drop her.
And like Fade to Black said as well, they're not even counting how many times she messed up in NXT as well. The house shows, NXT. She had hurt Bayley at one point when they were going back and forth. And I think she even had an issue with Asuka. So,
I mean, and here's another one. It's like you need to step up when someone's in the air like this. You need to be able to step up and protect them before they hit the ground. Nia Jax just goes, oh, this might be the same match. Just, Charlotte just hits her with her knees and falls on her head. Like, I've never seen, I've seen that happen. So this one, like, isn't as bad, but you ideally want to be under there to kind of like catch them from the front, fall backwards, and then that allows them.
That one, the other one's worse to me because she's way bigger
and she's in control.
Just have more control over a smaller person like that, and if you're, I feel like she ran out of breath, and it's like if that's the case, this person shouldn't be out there wrestling.
She does look like she ran out of breath. It does look like she ran out of breath. She doesn't look like she's in shape.
Like if it's like the Big Show was back in the day, where like this person's diet just ain't right and they're like not in the right shape, then they shouldn't be up there. They can go back to developmental for a while. I don't know. Just like that looked way unsafe though. I hadn't seen that shoulder breaker. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that one was really bad. Like that's one of the worst. I mean,
that to me is worse than the clocking her in the face and everything. Like that was just like whoa.
Yeah,
that ended her career right there.
That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like, how do you fuck that up? Even if you're fucking that up, fall with her, or slam her, or roll her over onto her back and like slam her. Do something. But the fact that she just like, just drop you on your head twice.
Yeah, and if they were the same size, I would have understood it because you couldn't. You know what I mean? Like you lost control over her because you overpowered you, but you're way bigger than her. You should not have lost control of it so much, like twice. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're kind of judging her hard, but I mean, it's my whole thing is
you have to when you're ending people's careers.
This is happening so many times.
I think that they're giving her all this leeway because she's like doing this women's movement for them and all this shit when maybe she shouldn't even be there, like or at least not at that stage.
Hey, remember this Bayley botch? Remember how fucked up this was? Remember this?
Oh, what do we see then?
This is one of the worst botches ever. What what was that?
I don't know, but at least she didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, I mean, at least we've seen them miss and whiff shots and things like that before. But...
Abort!
Oh, that's so...
My favorite is when Jeff missed the Whisper in the Wind. And he freaking... Who was it? Jinder?
Oh, the best thing, she still sells it or something. She moves.
That's the Tree of Oops?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Oops.
Man, that was funny shit. These are the best gifts on the internet.
Let it snow.
I'm not like most girls. I might break someone's neck. Fucking Jesus.
But the sad part is Ember Moon's husband defending her,
Yeah.
All it does, Matthew Palmer speaking up ends up leading to Ember getting, punished basically. She'll be the one that gets thrown down the card because of it. And I understand what he's trying to do. He's genuinely worried about his wife, but
yeah, this is like when
him
Leah
opening his mouth just leads to her getting in trouble.
This is like the night when, like, you know, because Leah can be pretty badass, man. She speaks some real truth and shit. She'll go after people. This is like the night when she like started flipping out on Drew, and you know, didn't know that me and Drew had squared everything away and everything.
Yeah,
and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "No."
You know?
Yeah, I'm like, no, like, but she did the right thing. You know what I mean? She really did.
Yeah, because she's on your side defending.
Yeah, and even Drew knows that. But it's like, but I'm like, no, this looks bad. Like, no, everything's okay. Like, but it's the same thing, and that's what Ember Moon is probably like. No, you can't do this. Like, you can't. But it's a little different because it's the scary WWE. By the way, I want a quick plug for the Patreon because everybody has been re-signing up for the Patreon. Some of you guys' cards, you might not have realized your card didn't get charged or whatever. So make sure you sign up on Patreon because this morning I uploaded the new episode of Morning Madness. Plus, you can listen to me and Leah's podcasts. There's 3 episodes of that, and you can also listen to Morning Madness. And I talked about it's a spicy episode, I called it. No, I talked about Bailey's stupid co-host and his stupid podcast, Justin Bailey, that is. Number 2, I talked about India attacking me and people who copy. And also, we had a call from Matt the Meth Head. Matt the Meth Head called, and it was a great, I think, episode of Morning Madness this morning. Don't miss all the shit talk and all the fun that was Morning Madness this morning, episode 136. And also, Jesse really likes me and Leah's podcast. You know, I played a clip of Jesse saying he liked it, and someone was like, Joe's such a fake idiot. He obviously paid Jesse to say this about the show.
I love when people called us, you know, paid shill.
I'm like, sent that to him like while I'm listening to it.
Yeah,
you only side with Joe because you're you know, a paid employee.
You're one of the best actors ever.
Because he pays me to.
It is
like,
true.
He pays me to fucking do all it like. To say everything I've ever said good about the show. That's true.
Well, we're all very like-minded.
I mean,
that's
for myself.
Not. We're all like, no, I played those things because Jesse legitimately sent them to me, and then I was like, wow, Jesse really likes the show, and lots of other people have been telling me they like me and Leah's podcast. And by the way,
well, no, I thought you said people were shitting on it, saying it wasn't true. It's
no. Listen, I know that me and Leah's podcast is great.
Didn't like it, yeah.
I know it's great.
No, it's good shit.
No, it's the second most popular thing I've ever done on Patreon. So.
I thought you said people were saying that like you paid me to suck your ass.
Yeah, no, they said that they said, oh, Joe paid Jesse to say that. I'm like, no, he randomly sent me those, and I was like, wow, Jesse loves the show.
I think I've sent you legitimately. You'd have to go check. I think I've sent you something each time I've listened to it.
Yeah, you have because you've liked every episode. So I was like, all right, I played a little clip. There's no better endorsement than a real endorsement from you. And by the way, I got to add that to this screenshot. Look at all the shit on my Patreon. $5 a month. After dark, we got to do one.
Dude, that right there, what people are looking at, that's why I upped my shit from 2 to 5 like in the last month because of all that stuff up there.
I mean, dude, Corrupted is number 1, but me and Leah's podcast is number 2. Morning Madness
really
is number 3.
Really does sound like I'm sucking your ass, Joe.
It does, but
but you're paying Jesse for the content. It's not gifted to you. It's not me. You're paying.
No, I am paying for the
you
content,
paid to join the Patreon.
I legitimately wanted to hear like Morning Madness and all this other shit.
Yeah,
so I got on there. So.
Well, here's the
It's
thing.
just funny.
We're all like-minded, and that's why. And you know, to be honest, if I could, I've been looking for somebody who like, I had found a guy a while back who was like completely the opposite of me. He was like
more opposing.
He hated me and JD. I actually offered him to come on the show.
Yeah,
I offered him like, hey, come on the show. Oh, but I just realized that I'm broadcasting in a low quality tonight. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't realize that. I offered him to come on the show. You know, hey, plug your channel, do whatever you want. And you have opposing views. I'd like to get into whatever. So I'm actually still working on that because I want to create a new wrestling show that's a new 1-hour show. Me and this other guy who pretty much, hopefully, mostly disagree. And I think that would be a great show. And it would be. But I also enjoy shows where, you know, 80% of the time, me and Jake are kind of on the same page, but we have different ideas flowing out there. And once in a while, we do disagree on some things. But it's true that we are very like-minded, and that's just the way it is right now. But
I'm just less of a cunt, but I mean, you know.
That too, but I'm looking for a cunt too. So like I am looking for a cunt. Don't get me wrong.
I'm a cunt between 7 a.m. and like 1.
Oh yeah, well,
you're menopause.
But are you an angry vegan? Look at that man, dude. What's Daniel Bryan gonna look like when he's 60?
Oh God,
he's gonna look like that chair he's sitting in.
He's already got the old man outfit on. He really does. So
yeah, dude.
That's what kills me.
But yeah, if you want to hear me talk some shit and have a good time and a fun laugh and say some
anger more of the Indian nation,
I'll anger a lot of people with this podcast.
Jack, you have a problem?
I'll tell you what, Justin Bailey will not like this podcast, but you know what? Oh well.
He doesn't like anything.
Anyway, what else we got? I love you, Justin. I'm just kidding.
What kills me is that, we had said a while ago, people felt like they crossed the line by bringing up Roman Reigns' health in the promos with Dean Ambrose. Yeah. And we had said, too much backlash, they might pull back on it. And I didn't want it to be the main focus of their feud. And it wasn't. I liked what they were doing. I said I could see why some people might be a little miffed about it, little ticked off. But that was a good thing because it was making you feel something. And I know you enjoyed it as well. I don't know how you felt, Jesse, but when Dean Ambrose made the line, like, Roman's going down there, we all have to answer to somebody, and, basically saying, like, we're going to hell and we all have to answer for our sins. We did a lot of bad stuff. And,
I loved that. I like that he was like,
I love that too.
We did a lot of, he basically was saying there's a lot of stuff we did on the road that people don't even know about, and the things that we did, and, we're all going to have to pay for our sins now. Look at Roman. Like, wow, I thought that was great. I got to go pee myself.
I liked it too, and it made you feel something. You're like, wow, you bastard, you prick. How dare you go ahead, and he's sick and in a terrible position.
Roman loved that shit too.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's what I had said too, whether you like it or hate it. If Roman gives the okay.
Give them so much stuff to use for him, especially if they let him
that's
talk.
The thing. Now,
actually let him do it.
Brad Shepard, WWE Insider, had said that WWE now changed their plans, whether it be for better or worse. A lot of people feel it's, for worse because the storyline was getting good with that angle. Now that's why you're seeing Dean become this, like, germaphobe, with the gas mask and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He said there was such an online outrage that they immediately changed the direction of Dean's character, and now it sucks. It's terrible now. Brad Shepard said on Oh, You Didn't Know. So Ambrose, had segments being in the doctor's office, getting his, inoculations, immunizations, and then he came out with the security wearing the gas masks and saying that, he didn't want to be infected by such filth and stupidity in the arena. So now he's just going with the angle of the fans suck and, the typical heel BS. I liked it when it was more personal, talking about everything that they had been through, but they shit-canned that angle entirely because too many people were upset that he brought up Roman Reigns.
What they didn't understand is the backlash would go away.
And I always liked that, too. I thought those fans that all were upset about it were pussies, and I always enjoyed that, and I'm pissed off about that because now these people want all this realism and cool shit, and they get it.
Still have a good angle a month from now and no bitchy fans.
Yeah, because, like you said, Ambrose saying, Roman's going to have to answer to his maker for all of his past misdeeds as a member of the Shield.
What a real
that was so good. It was gripping. You're supposed to be frustrated. You're supposed to be agitated. You're supposed to feel uncomfortable. That was, it made you feel something. Granted, yeah, it's supposed to be.
There's times where it's not in good taste and it doesn't work. Like I'd say, like the Owen Hart time when they tried it with Stone Cold. That shit didn't work.
Or when they brought up Charlotte's brother in the Paige rivalry, that didn't fit. That was more
there's times where it just doesn't work. This was really working, and I don't think the uproar was gonna fuck them over in a way that
this was
the angle was gonna do better for them. They were gonna make money on how this was going.
Never mind just the financial, like, money side of it and it being successful, but it fit. It fit in the narrative.
Well, yeah, I know, but I was actually speaking that for them.
Yeah.
For us, it was because it was story. For them, it was gonna go somewhere though.
But it fit, the narrative. It made sense. It wasn't shoehorned in just to have that shock factor moment.
They have to go safe, though, I guess. No matter what, they're going safe.
Like, they shoehorned in that bullshit with Paige talking about Charlotte's brother when they were just best friends all but 3 weeks before that. Now she's going to trash on her, dead brother. It didn't make sense. It was so unnatural and out of left field that's why people were not even shocked by it, but just appalled that they went there because it didn't make any sense in the scenario whatsoever. And then they didn't bring it back up. They cut it out of all future, like, retellings of the angle. So, when you get moments like that are just so unnecessary and pointless, I can't fathom who allowed that to go through. But with this, it fits. They were just reunited in the Shield. It makes sense. And everything that they used so far to tell this story was improving the feud. So taking this angle away really hurts them because it takes away that, the personal traits that Dean Ambrose was fighting for.
Yeah, it took all this. It really just makes it. I'd say if they really just did it without going there at all, maybe we would have taken it and ran with it. But because they kind of got us going on such an organic angle, you can't just go to this basic heel shit now.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part. I mean
they had a great presentation of it. I thought that they did a good job with it, sort of, but it was like, wow, but you just shit-canned the better idea for this.
Yeah, because Dean had legitimate gripes. He was necessarily, correct in his feelings by being upset. He wasn't the IC champion or the Universal champion. He was replaced by Jason Jordan within a week's time. He was forgotten about. He wasn't checked up on when he was near death, with a terrible infection after surgery. And Seth trying to say, he keeps to himself. Well, no, you never came and checked on me. You didn't care about me. It was only about you. It was about me protecting you, me making sure you stayed IC champ, me making sure that your merch sold. All that. Now it's just, I hate the fans and you guys are stupid and you're going to make me sick.
Wow.
You wonder why the ratings, tanked. No one wants to see that. There's nothing interesting about that.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, you just describing that, it just shows such a peak and then such a decline from that peak. Yeah. Now we don't have much to go on now.
And that's really the problem, And then you hear things about Baron Corbin.
Unless he goes and beats the shit out of a fan. Which could be great.
Which I think is
it's like, oh no, I'm touching him.
Exactly. That, would go against what he's trying to do. And I feel like, that's why they're doing it more with Daniel Bryan because it fits with his new character. Dean wants to stay away from the fans and stuff, but then you have Baron Corbin opening up about his, heat that he's received backstage and all the times he's messed up and kind of owning it. He came in with a very bad attitude. He didn't spend much time in NXT, so that really ticked off a lot of fans and wrestlers alike. He said it never bothered him, but he came in saying, I was a pro football player and I'm here to take your spot. You should be afraid. I am going to take it. I'm paid more than you and I'm better than you. And then as things developed and, he lost opportunities and he messed up, they took away the briefcase from him for Money in the Bank. They embarrassed him time and time again with different angles. And he said, it was a transition. He said, I think the physicality, because I'm a physical person, I think sometimes we can get ahead of ourselves. I've done a very good job of transitioning because I've had guys that have complimented me. You're good to work with because you're not killing me type of thing. I think the hardest thing to do for a pro athlete trying to transition, growing up playing football and fighting and stuff like that, you're always told, hey, don't show emotion, never show emotion, don't show you're hurt, and, so on and so forth. And then he says, now our entire industry is emotion, getting people to feel what we're feeling. I think that gets lost on a lot of guys that try to come over from professional sports. And that's one of the things I enjoy about, Ronda Rousey right now is that her facial expressions are easily readable. She's gotten better on the mic, delivering promos. She is believable. You can get behind her. She conveys emotion properly. So, I mean, it's just, but that's neither here nor there at this point in time. It's just, it's a sad state of affairs. Like I said, anytime they get something good, it gets shit canned. That's basically it as a whole. I'm worried about interest with this TLC pay-per-view. If SmackDown's ratings are so abysmal, Raw is having the worst ratings of all time as well. There's not much drawing people to tune in to the pay-per-view that they're working somewhat hard to build towards, if you can say that at all.
Right.
I really don't know where we're going to go from here. And now we have 4 teams left in the Mixed Match Challenge to see, who wins and becomes number 30 in the Royal Rumbles. Accordingly, we have Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. They're going to take on Bayley and Finn Balor this upcoming Tuesday night. Whoever wins that goes on to face the winner of R-Truth and Carmella and the Miz and Asuka. So I honestly think that Bayley and Finn Balor will win on Raw. SmackDown would be, Miz and Asuka. But will they have Asuka pull double duty? Probably not. So it has to be R-Truth and Carmella.
That seems. I said the same thing in my head when I saw that, and I was like, but they're gonna win this?
Yeah, how could they have, Asuka? I don't think they'll have Asuka pull double duty, and no matter what, I feel like it's going to be Bayley and Finn Balor. I said that a few weeks ago, but I just find it unlikely that R-Truth and Carmella will be the ones to go to the finals. They just didn't seem like a strong pairing.
It doesn't, but it seems like, I mean, they'd be the perfect ones to send on that dumb vacation for, like, promo stuff and to do all that sort of stupid stuff, but then they get number 30 in the Rumble? Or will WWE just, like, throw that under the rug? Because to me, they've already sort of set up the agenda of, let's pretend that number 30 thing never was said, and we're going to give them an all-expenses-paid vacation. Because I don't know if you noticed that, but every single time someone talks now about winning this tag team thing, they talk about the all-expenses vacation, by the way, which is an idea I talked about. Weeks before that, I said, why not give them a vacation? No, seriously, like, they didn't...
No, I know. I remember when you had said
they had not
said, give them a reason to fight.
They said they had not given them this, and I said, give them a Disneyland thing, and they could get Disney's to sponsor it, and they could make money from a sponsor and then send them on a vacation. And then, what is it, 2 weeks later, they did it. They're doing this vacation thing, and now I haven't heard about the number 30 in the Rumble thing. So
it's still on a lot of the advertising, and it's on the TLC.
All right, okay, so that will stay, but it's just I wouldn't put it past them.
They're only talking about the vacation.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them to sweep that under the rug like that never happened, or they had to pick one of the two.
I mean, they could give R-Truth and Carmella number 30 in the Rumble and just have it not be a big deal. They just get eliminated, like Dolph did the year before. Like, it just unceremoniously thrown over the ropes. That's it. See you later.
Yeah.
Just because you're number 30 doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win. It's supposed to be an advantage, but typically that doesn't prove to be that helpful. So
right,
I think we've seen more people start and win than go to number 30 and win. I think it was right.
Yeah.
That's usually what they tout with the numbers beforehand. All those promos.
Did TB Jammer donate something?
It was just odd. What's that?
Did TB Jammer donate something?
I didn't see anything pop up.
I didn't see anything
either. They had a super chat before.
Oh, my bad. All right, let me fix the super chats. That means I didn't have the super chats on. I'm sorry, TB Jammer. Let me figure out what the hell you said. Hold on a minute, man. I'm sorry. I had
a $5 super chat as well.
Oh man,
earlier, so.
I think we missed a couple of them actually. I'm sorry, guys. I just realized the super chats hadn't been playing. They're on now, everybody. So if you super chat now, it will play. But let me go look at the super chats. I want to read these. I'm so sorry, man. I fucked up, guys. I apologize. I had it set to my other channel because you have to reset it every channel you go on, which is so stupid, and sometimes I forget. I totally forgot. Okay, here they are. Shit, man, we've had a couple today.
See, I thought they were just on hold.
Oh my God.
Because, Balor's facing Drew McIntyre, so he would be on double duty as well. So no matter what, it could be Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox taking on R-Truth and Carmella.
TB Jammer said, not like most girls, I hide food in my third stomach. TB Jammer, thank you, man. Holy shit, dude. Why the fuck aren't we? Oh, I'm so mad the super chats weren't playing. If you donate with super chat now, it will play, guys. And if you want to get your donations in, feel free to do it, and we'll play them. And I also have the phone lines open again. Deadpools said, Joe, find me and my friends from India will terrorize you. I cream pie.
You ticked off all the Indians. So.
The Indians are mad, man. I put a video up on the Corrupted channel and talking about it with Jesse earlier. It was great. Me and Jesse did a good video earlier. I cream pied Bailey's wife, says Deadpools. Jesse looks like a meth addict. Jake looks like a drug dealer. Tommy looks like Jake's son. And Joe, well, you look like a weird baby-faced alien. I'd pretty much agree with that, Deadpools, for the most part. I'm down with that. Daniel, Mrs. X, said, what the fuck? I'm just now hearing Cena's coming back to live TV in January. Yeah, they announced that a while back. We talked about that a while ago.
Daniel, he'll be here December 27th, I think it is, whatever that right? Somewhere around there for the live events at Madison Square Garden. Like that whole week he's doing stuff, and then he'll be returning, I think, January 7th, 8th, somewhere around there as well, like you said. Yeah, 7th. He'll be on Raw, and that's probably him building back into the Rumble.
Well, I can't... Dude, I missed a lot of super chats on this show. I'm fucking pissed, guys. I'm sorry.
Daniel said it before in the chat that, his donation didn't play, and I was like, oh, they're paused right now. So
that's what I figured.
No, none of the super chats are playing. None of these played. Daniel
just
misses...
super chats.
Yeah, just the super chats.
3
Daniel.
okay.
Yeah, Daniel Mrs. X says also says Reigns is going to be at tribute to the troops. Yeah, I think he already shot that too. So Roman Reigns was at tribute to the troops. That's pretty crazy.
A lot of people were like, "Oh wow, his leukemia's gone," and see, I told you it'd be quick. And I'm like, he's not wrestling. He's not fighting. He's just there to.
I think he's on his break. I heard that he was on his break period, so he has like a week and a half.
Tommy's like, I fucking told you guys. I told you he was gonna fucking wrestle.
Somebody actually I'd seen about it. They commented on one of the tweets saying like, "Oh, I told you it was a work, and he was fine."
Well, no, Tommy was saying that he was gonna just wrestle through like chemo and leukemia and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, remember Tommy? Tommy's like, why can't he do that? He's a big guy.
Can you imagine, like, he does, he's like, fucking, because I am Superman.
Court Foreman says, said in a super chat that was missed earlier, also.
Believe that.
Well, maybe you've got cancer, too.
No, I was just doing his promo.
Oh, no, okay. Oh, my God.
As he's puking all over the place.
Holy shit, dude. Fucking believe... Court Foreman says, rest in peace, the British Bulldogs, one of my... I know, now they're together in heaven, too, or hell. Rest in peace to the British Bulldogs, one of my favorite tag teams. Dynamite Kid, one of the greatest. Who are you guys' favorite tag teams? Mine was the Road Warriors. I mean, when I was a little kid, the Road Warriors were like my Hulk Hogan for sure. But I liked the Rockers when I was a kid the most. So Rockers, and then, yeah, Road Warriors, Rockers, and then I would say older, I would say just... like, the New Age Outlaws probably was... I just love those guys together, but as far as tag team wrestling...
You're not supposed to say that. That's mine.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I mean, they were so good.
Yeah, see? They were... I used to love the freaking, the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children. Like, it would just get you so...
You don't like the Mounties? We're the Mounties. They were great.
I think my favorite is probably Sasha and Bailey right now. Classic tag team. Yeah. Best all-around tag team.
Hey,
we'll mount your wives.
We'll mount your wives. Hey, we've got one wife. Brahim said, Joe, enjoy the $5 Juper chat. Brahim's always talking about Jews, the Jewish people.
Juper chat.
Oh, God.
Brahim, thank you, Brahim. Also,
Juper chat, the Snapchat that'll fit in your...
I got to give it to fucking Brew the Crew Reactions. Brew the Crew Reactions, or Brew Crew, sorry, Brew Crew.
Well, if we're talking, never mind.
It's actually Brew Crew Reactions. They said, love the show, Joe. Thank you, Brew Crew. Fear the beer. I will.
If
Clinton.
you're German, you might brew the Jew, but whatever.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, there goes Bailey's house blowing up again.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm fucking making meth's hard.
Hey, Clinton Gorman says, what's up, Joe, Jake? I am meeting Cody and Brandy next Tuesday in Dublin, Ireland. Can't wait.
Awesome. Just behave yourself.
Clinton Gorman, man, have fun, man. Grab that ass.
Yeah.
Cody and Brandy, man, I'd like to see their sex tape.
Walk up to her, grab her ass, and say, there's shock factor.
Thank you, Clinton G. Shock factor is in your wife. No, but listen, I'm so sorry that it's taking me this long to acknowledge you guys as super chats. I'm just so sorry about this fuck up. But all the donations are working now. God knows we need them, so I'm sorry that I didn't have them up
Amen.
there.
Yeah.
God rest America's cock. Fade to Black says, rest in peace, kids. Say hi to the British Bulldog for us.
Fuck yeah.
Fade to Black.
God damn it, what is he doing here?
Fade to black. It's like some Metallica shit. Breaking news, name change, Finn Balor forever here.
Super chat.
Oh, Fade to Black is Finn Balor forever.
You guys do know that Roman can die, right? Broken heart.
Daniel, Mrs. X. Yes, we do. Absolutely.
I have not shied away. Yeah.
No, I've
shied
said
away from saying that since day one. None of us have.
When we were the ones on that night that were telling people that's bullshit who think it's fake. This guy could die. This guy could be dead, let alone come back.
I think he's trying to say we can't joke about it.
No, that's not what they're saying. It just
maybe
a lot of people feel like he'll be fine. He's guaranteed.
Well, no, I thought he was asking us, like because we were joking about it, but I don't know,
no,
it's just the fact that so many times I've seen people, even people,
if it wasn't serious, they wouldn't.
Yeah,
wouldn't fucking be
gone.
Be taken
He's off TV, man. I mean, that's what people think. Oh, he's just going to come back.
Oh, he'll be back by WrestleMania. By WrestleMania we'll see him. And I'm like, son of a bitch, he has to survive first.
Yeah, and then he has to come
leukemia again.
And then he's got to build himself back up. Like, if he does get through everything.
Now, I wouldn't be fucking surprised, like, honestly, just because, I mean, just you've seen what Triple H has done. I wouldn't be surprised in some ways if he was back to some capacity by then. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be back doing matches.
I think they hold him until he's fully ready. I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Sure. Tribute to the Troops is one thing, but I don't think we'll see him in any other capacity until he's actually ready to come back and wrestle. Like, I don't think we'll see him in a GM role or a backstage thing. I think they'll hold him until something momentous, like a Mania, like a Rumble. It'll be a big surprise thing, I bet.
Well, I was thinking maybe he'd be back in time to start to start something by not for Mania, but around that time more. I don't think he'll be.
Oh, it'll be a lot longer than that. Everything we looked
who knows? I'm being optimistic. I don't know.
Yeah. Everything we looked into, this was like a minimum 8 month thing. I was
involved with any kind of cancer or anything was like almost 10 years ago. I don't know what the drugs are like now. So
yeah, with the because we don't know what type of leukemia he has, but from what we heard, and again, take it with a grain of salt, like we always say, it's it looks like a year. If everything went perfect, like ideal scenario. Mm-hmm. Best treatment options available. Everything worked out perfect to this level.
Addresses, Mon. I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon.
It's a play on Aleister Black's finisher. Guys in the chat, stop trying to fight over Becky. She's already mine. That's my cum raining down in the GIF.
That's your cum raining down? It's not snow.
Melania Trump says, I hope he doesn't come back. I read that in like her accent too, so it was even funny.
I love the way some of these websites too. They do little like clickbaity things. Update on Raw's superstar's injury. So they have a picture of Braun Strowman, but he's standing next to who they're actually talking about. They're talking about Fandango, but they have both of them in the picture. But you think it's going to be about Braun?
I didn't know he's still there.
Fade to black. Thanks, bro.
You think they're going to be talking about Braun, obviously, because that's who everyone's interested in, but really it's about Fandango. But he tore his labrum on his left shoulder in July. And
dude, what is Fandango doing?
Fandango.
Nothing.
Was he like on 205 Live or some shit?
He was on SmackDown, and then they moved to Raw with the shakeup, doing the Breezango thing. I
haven't seen him in fucking since he started. Maybe I missed some shit.
You missed it for a while. They got really popular doing the Fashion Files. Him and Tyler Breeze. They were fashion cops, and they had like this weekly series that was actually quite entertaining because they were writing it, I guess, themselves.
Oh,
they were doing like
I think I missed
every
that
week was something different. Like they did an X-Files one, they did a Pulp Fiction one. But they had like a continuing narrative where they were trying to investigate and figure out who trashed their locker room, and it was entertaining. But
so they had a moment where they were actually getting over for.
Yeah, they got really over. They came out to the ring like dressed up as females in disguises and kept changing their costumes, and it was entertaining. It was funny, and then they got over without.
I got everyone's addresses, Mon. I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon.
If Roman dies, he's lucky we're stuck with WWE, SJWS, Scott the Tard, JD, JB, Trump. And 2019, who really has it worse?
Oh my God, Sav King. Wow, merry fucking holiday.
And a merry fucking Christmas.
Someone told me that I got yelled at one time for the holiday thing. I said Merry Christmas or something to somebody. Because they made it seem like they wanted me to say that, and then I did. I never say that either, really, because I'm just not like a I mean, whatever. If you say Happy Holiday, you could say Happy Kwanzaa to me, and I'd be like, oh, thank you. Like I don't even celebrate Kwanzaa, but I'd still say thank you. The people that get mad about the Christmas thing are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
If you say if you wish any happiness to me, like I'll be happy that you said it, even if I'm not that religion or anything, because I'm no really religion, but whatever, I don't care. If you meant well, that's all I care about.
We're going like 13 to 15 years ago at this point, but I remember decorating the video store when I was a manager there, just with like paper decorations for Christmas, and we got to take these down because a customer complained. I'm like, they're just snowflakes, you friggin' snowflake.
Well, there you go. Yeah, now the people are
The
snowflakes.
weather.
Yeah, it's but make way for the other religions that are small to hang up their stuff everywhere.
Yeah, right.
It's just let everybody celebrate whatever they celebrate. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Do you want to hang?
Well, people don't even know what half the symbols mean. I had somebody fucking telling me, like, oh, you got the crystals on, but you got all the devil worshiping underneath, and they were talking about an Iron Maiden shirt. I'm like, do they even know what they're talking about? Dude, there's a priest out that has like 162 of their tattoos. Like, nobody gets you closer to God than Maiden, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's just it's dumb, man. Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter what religion you are or whatever.
Yeah, it's all about where your heart's at.
Unless your religion is fucked up, like, or something, or you think, or you're a fuck up, you know? Because there's people.
There are religions void of God, that's for sure. That don't have that have nothing to do with God, for sure.
Get your asses on my Patreon, man. We want to get to 500
Look at that
patrons.
shit, dude. It looks like a goddamn old school website from '99.
Guess what? I'm on all the shows. And if any,
I'm on all the shows. I fucking hope so.
And I'll tell you what, if anybody out there has some shows in mind, or you have a show, or you do something, if a few of you out there have podcasts or whatever, and you want to put them on my my Patreon, let me know and email me the information, send me the sample or whatever, and I might be putting one or two on there. So let me know, and I'll be adding.
My fucking ugly bug on there. Oh
yeah.
Oh, that's that podcast we never do.
Yeah, this is the one we've done 4 episodes of, or 3.
After drugs.
Well, me and Tommy tried to hook up the other day, but I was doing a show, and then he tried to do it with me tonight, and I was like, I'm live for out of nowhere, man.
Dude, I hope that person that complained about the drug episode that we did or whatever heard the one where Filthy basically led us down like ecstasy fucking alley.
Yeah, he told everyone how to like make it. Basically, I mean,
no, it's just it was so funny. I'm like, this entire episode's about drugs. It was fucking.
Yeah, that guy would have been really pissed. That guy was like, too much drugs for me.
I didn't even start it, so it was great. You know.
Yeah, man, it was good, man. It was good shit.
Hey, he'll be like, hey, Joe, you ever do ecstasy?
You ever just fucking ate an asshole?
Hey, Joe,
out?
you ever eat some ass?
I'm gonna put this E in my ass. Now eat it out of it.
No, just munch.
Hey,
yeah.
Joe, you ever fucked with an umbrella open?
Wow, that would be fun.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. You got to listen to Morning Madness, guys. If you haven't heard it this morning, I had fun, man. Matt the meth head, he called up and he went off, and Bailey's house blew up. And, you know, Justin Bailey has a co-host.
Was Matt making meth in his house?
Yeah, he does. He builds it. I don't know if that's his house that he lives in.
No, I meant, was he making it in Bailey's house?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Is that how it blew up?
No, I don't think so. But he's got a co-host that calls from a tin can. And I was making fun of that this morning, so it was great. It's it's quite interesting.
He's calling from Bailey's truck.
What else you got, Jake? Anything more to talk about here, or are we wrapping up here with your side of the things?
One of the last news stories I had here was about Tony Atlas coming out talking about how he hates none other than JBL. He goes on to say that what a prick. He's a prick, fucking first-class prick at that much. And that's a direct quote. He said, the worst individual anybody would ever want to meet in their life. If I had a chance, I would have whipped his ass going and coming, and that is Bradshaw. What a prick. He said, one of the worst people I didn't like.
Wow.
And he said that when recently Vince had, you know, in the recent times, Vince brought Tony Atlas in to talk to the, you know, training. He keeps calling them kids, but he said, you know, to talk to the trainees like Sheamus and that crew when they came in. And he said, you know, talk to them about your mistakes you made so they don't make the same mistakes. And he said that was my job, to tell other kids, you know, where I had went wrong and how to, you know, better themselves in their career. And every time I tried to help someone out, here comes Bradshaw putting me down in front of him, calling me like Tony the Hoover, always bringing up my cocaine addiction, bullying me. You know, he constantly put me down, and, you know, he just goes into a bunch of details and stories about how JBL was just a real asshole to him about his former drug addiction. So
Tony Atlas is a real sensitive guy, so it makes sense that he wouldn't like JBL, because Tony's a very sensitive guy and JBL is not. So it makes sense why
he's
they
very
clash.
abrasive. And
Tony Atlas cut a great promo at Top Rope Promotions Summer Showdown this summer. He cut a amazing promo. The crowd was kind of quiet all night, and Tony got in the ring, and he cut this fucking promo about everything in America, and we're all together, and, you know, black and white, and, like, you know what I do? I salute the flag, unlike these other people. Like, and he, like, went off in the ring, and I'm telling you, dude, the Brockton Stadium, like, stood on their feet and, like, cheered this guy. And I was like, wow. Like, the crowd had been quiet up until that point, kind of, and we had a smaller crowd than expected. And, man, I wish I got it all on tape. I got some of it on tape. And it was like, damn, dude, that guy just, I can't believe Tony went out there and was able to do that. Because every time I speak to Tony, he just rambles on with so many stories and he doesn't stop talking that I'm like, oh no, we're giving him a mic. You know, like we're giving Tony a mic right now. I mean, he's a great guy, but it felt like
you
I was
have women's foot on your genitals, Joe.
Yeah, he'll just go and go
then
and
on
go.
your face after with your own genitals on your face.
Oh man. On your face.
I don't know.
He was the one that would have been the one to save me against Bully Ray.
Really. True. You want me to kick his ass, Joe?
Well, me and he was like, "What the hell is all this about, man? What do you need to calm himself down, man?" Because like I was talking to Tony for an hour, and almost right in front of Bully Ray before Bully, you know, was gonna flip out and kill me, and so he must have seen that, and then you know Tony was like, "Why does this guy be yelling at the kid here?" Like whatever, you know, like. Fucking Tony Atlas called me a kid. I'm like, cool, I'm a kid at 33. This is great. I'm like, I'm happy about this.
Kid,
yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, I did. I looked like a baby.
Yeah.
I had my
Hey, you're
face.
amongst all the other kids.
Yeah. Well, Scott Hall too is like
high class.
Man, what's going on, man? Like Scott Hall was just like, what the fuck, dude? Scott Hall, Spike Dudley, and Tony Atlas were all just wondering why Bully Ray attempted to almost kill me. You know, they were very confused. Especially when I just came around offering everybody water. Like, hey, do you guys want...
you were trying to be helpful, set up tables.
Why is he trying to kill the water boy? Why
is he trying to kill the water boy? That's fucking... Holy shit, Jesse, I don't know why. That might not be as funny to other people, but I'm losing my mind right now.
I thought it was good around the set. I just was thinking, like, what would Scott Hall say? I'd be like, why is he trying to kill the water guy?
And he got the Q-tip, dude. He had the NWO shirt, the black pants, and the Q-tip in the ear.
Yeah, he had the toothpick.
He's like, hey, what the hell's happening, man? Like, whoa. Like, and he's like, shit. Like, because Bully Ray was like, get the fuck away from me! Now, motherfucker! Like, and like, that's what he was like. And I was like, oh, and I just turned around and I backed up like this. And then turned and then walked away, and I kind of turned around to look back for a second to see if he was smiling. You know, like, what the fuck just happened? And Scott Hall is like, what the fuck is going? You know, like,
yeah, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
He's just fucking looking around like, where's the yoga?
I
want to sell some yoga.
I wish DDP was there, but he wasn't.
You'd be like, hey, hold on, dude, do your yoga, calm down.
Man. Whoa, you got some.
Fuck? And now, Joe, what's going on?
Yeah, hey, can I sell you this?
Yeah. Oh shit. That music was good shit.
The Intercontinental Championship will be hung high above the ring. Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, in a rematch from WrestleMania 10. The gold dripping from the neck of Razor Ramon in a sold-out Civic Center. Shawn Michaels awaiting this match all day long. He talked about what he was going to have to do to Razor Ramon, and the machismo is dripping, and the pyro's going off for Razor Ramon. These people can't believe that. It's like that was amazing music, man.
It really was.
That was awesome music.
So
Dude,
classic.
how much fucking pussy do you think he got back then?
Oh my god. Hey, just I'll eat your ass out.
Well, for real though, and then during the WCW time too, holy shit.
Oh yeah,
Before then, even then, like, holy fuck.
Whatever Dean was alleging that the Shield did, they didn't do it. But I know that Scott and Razor did do it.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's, like, whatever they were trying to say they did dangerous on the road, they did not do. And let's welcome back in Tommy NC 2010.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get weird, baby.
What's up, Joe? How you guys doing tonight?
How you doing, man?
You mean again?
Doing good. I just got done needle felting.
All right, we'll see you, Tommy.
That was good.
Look at that. See, Jake, I hung up on him earlier because he called, and instead of being on camera ready to talk, and by the way, I didn't even put him on camera, instead of being ready to talk, he was holding this thing going, which would be distracting if I put him on camera. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to put him on camera because he's doing that on purpose, because he wants to say what he's doing and talk about what he's doing or whatever the fuck. And we're talking about wrestling here. And he's doing, and I wait and see if in 5 minutes is he going to stop doing that? Nope. 5 minutes later, still, and it even started making sounds on the show.
Well, he entered the call with the
yeah
crashing.
Yep. But he knew what he was doing because he was on camera. He knew what he was doing, and so I didn't put him on. And then when he wouldn't stop it, I just hung up on him. And
it's like in Red Dead when you start running and you go to like enter a building. Instead of like opening the door, you crash through the door. You know, like that's Tommy's entrance to the show.
And
he's slamming his way.
You know, all he wanted to do was, the reason why he was doing that was so I'd be like, Tommy, what are you doing? And then he'd tell us that he was doing something, and nobody cares. And
this is my new fad. I'm into sewing.
So he calls back, and he stops doing it, and now he calls back, and I'm like, all right, what's he going to talk about now? That's done. He stands up right away all of a sudden when he gets on the show just now, and then he goes, I was needle felting. No one asked you. No one. So now he forcibly tells me what he's been doing without me asking because he wanted to, and I didn't need to know. I mean, so I get the game, you fucking attention-seeking fuck. Save it for Throwdown tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Throwdown's on Corrupted Channel. Come on over, 10 p.m. Hope you guys are all there for it. And then Friday night,
he just had to come on and say lackluster. It didn't, but he didn't get to that.
No, because I mean, there's no show to watch. He doesn't watch it anyway. But you know, either tomorrow or on Monetize This, Tommy. We'll talk about your needle felting on Monetize This.
Needle felt the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I'll needle felt the fuck out of you. God.
I just loved you that when you put it together, like I saw it as like the biggest. You know how Skype sometimes you'll say something and it'll take like 5 seconds to, you'll be like, delay between your words. It was like as if he called earlier and what he was doing and he didn't say anything about it, and then later he did during his call. It was like the biggest delayed. Oh my God, Tommy! Like I just can't even explain it because it's so. I don't even know what to call it, but he's gold. Wrong show for it, but kind of not because that's why it worked. Like I don't even know, dude. I'm just like.
You're just done at that point.
Well, as Joe's explaining it, I can't explain what I saw, but it made so much sense, and I'm like, oh my God, Tommy, you brilliant maniac! Like that's what I saw. Is just how he's so weird. It's funny. Joe's right. He knows everything he's doing. It's so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like oh my God,
it's so pervert. It's so pervert. No, dude, if you guys, if the people had seen him. If the people had seen him in the chat like before, it's like he's like, it's just a big attention thing. It's all for attention.
I thought you didn't put him on camera.
No, I didn't, but I could see him.
Yeah,
we could see him, so I saw what he was doing, so I didn't put him on camera.
Well, they could hear him. I'm sure.
Probably.
I bought WM tickets. Did I make a mistake?
Jake Karg Wrestling, thanks for the $2 super chat. I don't think you made a mistake. Yeah, maybe you might have. I mean, last year was horrible. So if you bought tickets last year, yes.
Addresses MON. I got everyone's fucking addresses MON.
Fade to black. Who the fuck are you? I am Mr. Becky Balboa. Fuck your ass. Step off.
Who the fuck are you? Fade to black. Who do you fucking think you are? I'm Becky Balboa's bitch.
Do you ever really know whether it's going to be a good Mania when you get the tickets? I mean...
Yeah, I would say WrestleMania 14 when we got tickets.
Well, yeah. I mean, back then, I guess. But now, I mean...
Lewis Money, thank you, Money.
We never know now if the shows are really going to be good or not, no matter what our build or expectation may be.
Yeah.
It's hard to know. I mean, if you really want to go, I feel like it's if WrestleMania is in your town, I feel like that's a great... You're going to get your money's worth by going.
Super chat.
Just by going, I would think.
Luis Money already put a ring on it, now what? Grinning face, kissing face with smiling eyes.
Now we're having a battle between Luis Money and Fade to Black. They're having a battle, man. A good old-fashioned donation battle. Super chat.
She put at a ring on me, finger fooker, smiling face with sunglasses, smiling face with sunglasses.
Finger fooker.
Finger fooker.
We're going to have a donation battle with these two guys.
Super chat.
Everybody jump in.
Super chat. We got married while she was making the Marine.
And she was making you scream, should have said. That would have been a nice little rhyme. I haven't seen that. I should watch that. I don't know.
You never watched the original?
Brandon Andrews, thanks for subbing. I'm cringed about maybe Shawn Michaels and Becky in a movie together. I don't know what it is.
I guess Becky did well, but Shawn was a bit of a miss.
Well, dude, I feel like I agree with that because Shawn like can't act anymore. Like he could only act in the 90s when he was badass. Once he found God, he lost like charisma.
What could he act in? What was he in?
He was in like the Marine 79 or whatever it is on the WWE movies thing.
No, but back then,
you said in the 90s when he could act.
Yeah, back in the 90s, he'd grab a mic and he would believe what he was saying about shit.
Oh, okay, yeah, in a promo.
Yeah, as far as wrestling, but he wasn't...
You meant he acted in something. I was going to say.
He's acted in quite a few things, but they're all been small
He's
roles.
had small roles, yeah.
And
most of them weren't good.
Yeah, Shawn is not...
The wrestling didn't translate to screen well.
Yeah, he's the best, maybe the best wrestler of all time in my eyes, but yeah, he didn't translate like Cena did or... I mean, Hogan wasn't a good actor either. But Hogan had such a weird presence.
Mr. Nanny because it's such a dumb fucking movie.
Well, that's the thing about Hogan is like his I don't even know what the word is. He's kind of like how Arnold Schwarzenegger is.
It's got charisma, dude.
It's something about the charisma he has. Like Shawn's got a different type of charisma. Shawn's got I'm trying too hard to act, whereas Hogan is just a bad actor, but for some reason it's entertaining.
It works, yeah, for some dumb reason.
Right.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, I agree. 1997 was the greatest Shawn. 97 and 98, but yeah, especially 97. Shawn Michaels killed it that year. Just like Bret did.
Promos.
Yeah, promos, but I think even he could have been a better actor then because he was just so wily and shit. But now it's like he's all... I don't know, I just don't buy it now. It's weird. I mean, I don't know. I disagree, LaToya. I love Ric Flair. I do love Ric Flair. But I think Shawn's better than Flair because he was probably more my generation, even though I did watch Flair when I was younger, and I love Flair. But Flair always kind of did the same things, and maybe Shawn did too in many ways. But there was just a different element to Shawn where anything can happen, where I didn't feel that way.
Very believable, though.
Yes. Love them both. The both of them, obviously, but I'm more of a Shawn guy.
If you don't believe... Ric Flair will make you believe at least some of what he's saying because he just gets into it, so it's...
My favorite memory of Flair still to this day, it's not the Horseman, it's not anything else, it's just WrestleMania 8 saying he's going to show a picture of Macho Man's wife on the screen.
I'm going to show a picture of old lady, man.
And when I get done, and I'm the WWF champion, we're going to put a picture of your old lady up on the Titantron for everybody to see.
Ooh, he's like fucking with Mr. Perfect.
And let me tell you something. Wow, Daddy. She's looking good.
Like he's fucking going around for weeks saying he's going to show this picture of Miss Elizabeth. Fucking hilarious, dude. That is the funniest fucking thing that I've ever, still to this day, like one of the funniest things, like throughout WrestleMania. Like you never see it. But he's got the picture and they're looking at it. He's going to show the picture. Who the fuck? Who the fuck came up with that fucking idea? Like it's the funniest thing.
Glorious.
It's so funny. I'm trying to find it, WrestleMania 8. I wonder if there's like a clip of it or something somewhere.
I'm sure there is somewhere.
Oh my God, is it funny? It is so funny. Him and Mr. Perfect. That was a great time, man. I wish we had the interview. WrestleMania 8.
Classic shit.
I don't know. But nobody has it. I can't believe nobody has it on YouTube. It's on the WWE Network.
Yeah, it's on the network, obviously, but everything else has been taken down.
Of what? I'm sorry?
Here's what we're going to do. We're all going to go to the WWE Network after we're done. Well, first you're going to go become a patron of mine. But no, after that, we're going to go to the WWE Network, and we're going to all watch WrestleMania 8, and we're going to look around. We're going to skip to the part where Ric Flair is talking about showing Miss Elizabeth's nude pictures or whatever the fuck at WrestleMania 8 because it's just so funny.
Dude, they have it on there.
Yeah, I remember that, Matt. That was the night of... No, they have it. They do. The night of the Horseman reunion, right? Where he was like, "You son of a bitch!" Like, and he's like fucking yelling that.
You son of a bitch!
Oh, my God. Well, that was when he was talking to Bischoff. Where is that? Because it's wicked funny. Is this... That was the Horseman reunion, right?
I have no fucking idea.
It was
everything I saw from that period is all catch up. I wasn't watching.
It was the biggest, dude. It was like the most over celebrated thing, but people were just popping big for it, and they kept bringing out the different horsemen and everything, and then they were all out there in the ring in tuxedos.
Wait, this was WrestleMania 8?
No, I'm skipping ahead to WCW Nitro.
Yeah, Nitro.
September 14th, 1998.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. I wasn't watching their product at the time.
Oh, God. And then Flair comes out, and then I think Bischoff came out then to interrupt, and he gets booed, of course. And then I feel like Flair just went full shoot on him. Like, Flair just went...
okay. It was that period. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to want to go watch this shit, because I just watched that fucking episode recently where they were talking about it on that 83 Weeks.
Is this it?
Houston, Texas, tonight! Woo!
You're pretty good at doing him, man. That's pretty funny.
I love Flair. I never tried him before. You just got to yell.
Well, because that's why I laughed so hard when you just started talking, because you just did him, and now I'm like, oh my God.
You know who's, but that Jay Lethal he's the guy that nailed it. That was amazing.
Yeah, dude, he even does the elbow drop, everything. Oh my God.
He can do Macho Man to a T and Ric Flair to a T.
Yeah, he starts just going off yelling.
Have you guys ever tried to get him on here?
I've reached out to Jay Lethal a couple times, but that was but I started reaching out to him when he was the ROH champion, so it might have been a little tougher to get him. I think in the past, like 3-4 years ago, I did too. Just never worked out. Never.
Maybe someday. That'd be a hell of an interview.
Me and EC3 had the same thing. We like talked several times, and then we never. Like, I talked to him off air on the phone, and we never synced up for a interview thing either. But so there's been intentions for a lot of people to come on this show that it just didn't work out or something else happened.
Super chat.
Fade to Black Becky Road, Space Mountain, Fuker Woo.
Fuker Woo. Fuker Woo sounds like a fucking Chinese food or something. I'd like to order the Fuker Woo. Okay, man.
It's one hell of a dish.
I'll give you a dish. I'll give you a dick. Anything else, Jake, on the news from you? And then I think I'm pretty much going to look through my 2 things that I thought I had. I don't know if I'm going to...
No, that was it on my end.
The Ember Moon's husband thing is trending everywhere right now.
Yeah, that's a big story, so... Rightfully so. I mean, hopefully she doesn't get herself screwed over because of this.
Dude, Dude, what do you think Ember Moon's husband is in for tonight? Like, do you think that she is, like that, like, there is no pussy for at least, 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's going to be a tense household. And unfortunately, it's like, I know what he's trying to do. He means well. He's trying to protect his wife, and he's worried about her safety, but...
He's a wrestler, too.
Yeah.
And he's a white guy, so a little bit of sexy interracial going on there. I like that. That's always turns me on.
It's just unfortunate that, I know he means well, but he might have just put a bullet in her career at this point.
I don't think so, but
you never know. We've seen it happen before.
Might have put a bullet in his.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the last guy that did it? It was Eva Marie's husband, right?
Yeah.
Oh. And then she disappeared randomly.
Yep.
Well, I mean, she sucked dick, but...
I mean, yeah, she was bad, but still, it happened.
Wow.
She definitely was... God.
What are you thinking about her vagina or something, Jesse? What the hell was that?
No, that was in a bad way. I was thinking about... you're talking about that one cunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Was.
Hopefully her vagina was good because she wasn't. But, you know.
She's making a lot of money now with all her, sponsorships and everything, so.
Vagina sponsors?
All the makeup stuff.
Fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, Mon.
Sponsor vaginas worldwide.
Louise, she told me a real Italian stallion was much better. She fucking summed all over it. Plus, I'm a real Balboa from Philly, not some fake.
See? You're the real deal. I knew it, Fade to Black. I knew Fade to Black was real. Fade to Black, thanks for the $5 super kick chat party. Not getting any pussy from me. Don't you remember one? Ever get my pussy? Ever face the flames? Now burn, burn, yeah. Yeah, he's in trouble. He ain't getting it. Man, she give him that Athena diving stunner onto his dick.
That's what I was gonna say. Now she'll she'll stun him, not his dick.
I want to see that. Well, I'm getting to creepy territory at this point, but I'm sorry. I got a thing, man. I don't know. I just love I love couples, man. I love people doing it. It's something about. I don't know what it is. I want to see them fornicate. Is what I'm trying to say. Triple H congratulated Punishment Martinez. I'm a little bit afraid of what they're going to do to him in the WWE, quite frankly.
Yeah,
I just feel like he's going to get kind of lost. Baron Corbin did, and he was looking decent for a while. And he came up and... Speaking of bad acting, Baron Corbin acts on WWE Raw like Shawn Michaels acts in movies.
Yeah,
that's basically the comparison.
It's not good.
I'm wondering why he's there. Was he ever good?
Baron?
Yeah.
I mean, in NXT,
he wasn't a wrestler. He was in
in NXT and anything.
He was barely in NXT. He was in NXT for barely any time at all.
What is he?
He's a former football player who just showed up at WWE randomly 4 years ago and said, "Let me try this." Then they taught him moves. Taught him some things, gave him a look, and he came out, and he's pretty good, but not that good, and his acting is bad, so he's not believable.
I've only seen him as an actor. I haven't seen him do shit.
His ring work isn't bad. I mean, it's not awful.
It's not awful. It's kind of boring. It just sort of has a boring...
I've seen him chokeslam in a suit.
He's, I don't know, he's kind of like The Undertaker without The Undertaker. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any of that character. They need to let him just be a dickhead. Not this goofy GM, listen, you're going to do this. He needs to be, he's like a...
Yeah, that's what it's not...
He's a piece of shit in real...
He's a wannabe dick. He's not even dickish, he's just annoying.
But he's a prick in real life. And I don't necessarily mean really he is a prick in real life, because in real life he's not, but he is a little bit. He was full of himself a little bit in NXT and stuff like that. He kind of felt like he was more important than this stuff. He definitely took some things for granted. He kind of had...
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
He had a Randy Orton vibe.
He had a chip on his shoulder.
He has a Randy Orton vibe. So... I think that he should ride a bicycle down to the ring, get off, fucking shake that fucking leather jacket, hang it up on the bike, get in the ring, and get serious with people. But his mic work just isn't there, or at least whatever he's doing in WWE isn't there now. But yet it is. He has. I'm impressed that he's actually in the role he's in, because I would have never thought. I would have thought you would have kept him away from the mic mostly, and just had him beating people up the way he was, and you could see that it wasn't working, and then they gave him this role, and it kind of is. This is working more than what he was doing before somehow. You know what I mean? So you really can't.
Yeah.
you know,
this is better than what we've gotten from him previously, pretty much.
They said, well, this guy was like a 6 or 7 out of 10 in NXT. On the main roster, he's like a 5 out of 10. And for a guy this big, you know, WWE expects a guy like this size and shit to come out and be at least a 6, 7, or 8, or not, if not a 7 or 8. And he comes out like a 5 out of 10, kind of stale most nights. So they give him this new role, and I'd give him a 6 out of 10 in the role. You know, not too bad, but it's not very good either. And he's not very good at acting a lot of these times, and that's because of the over-scripting. I think he would be a lot better, because I have seen him cut promos with people. Where's the promo? Was it on Corey Taylor? The one where he got in a little gimmick with Corey Taylor, where Corey Taylor from Slipknot was in the front row, and he slapped Baron Corbin on NXT a couple years ago. And from Alternative Press, they had Corbin just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Outside, and
this is Josh, APTV. We're
it
live
ended up
here
being
backstage.
decent.
Aftershock, Corey Taylor, star of. You guys are headlining again.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like you're a great opening band, but for some reason you're headlining this festival.
And by the way, Corey Taylor cuts a pretty good promo on Baron.
I mean,
come on.
Has anyone ever noticed, dude? Can you believe what Corey Taylor looks like, dude? He looks like a T-Rex. He's got this big. No, really, it's really weird. Corey Taylor has a head the size of a 6'3" man, but yet Corey Taylor is 5'3", and his hands are short and arms are short, and his body is long, and it's weird. He's just a weird shaped dude because he's like a good looking guy, but he's an oddly shaped dude. It's just weird. I don't know.
I mean, come on. We all know who's headlining, right? I mean, I didn't want to have to.
I love Corey's voice, dude. He's got this deep voice, like made him and Trent Reznor have similar voices. Anyway, enough of this.
Now, would you picture what he would look like without the mask on too, or sound like? Not, you know.
Yeah, he's awkwardly shaped. Like he's got short hands and he's got a big head. Like that, Corey Taylor could take some punches with this head.
Point that out, and it got a little weird, but it was. Oh God, this guy.
We're doing an interview. Thank you. Great.
I'll do it. So he wants to ask a question.
I'm listening.
And you just touched on it.
NXT
is headlining Aftershock.
Sure.
How do you feel about that?
Sure. I'm sure you're headlining the afternoon slot. I'm sure you're closing maybe 2 or 3 of the kiddie stages, which, I mean, that's good. Good for you. That's fine. But see, the main stage, it's Slipknot. See, the main stage goes on way past your bedtime. So maybe.
We're talking about bedtimes here.
We are.
I may have been worried about you and Slipknot and what you do back in 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
But now, 10 to 12 years later, bedtimes for old people are early.
Oh, okay.
For us superstars,
Shit
steal
bomb.
shows.
WrestleMania 8 Flair and Perfect at the 1 hour 12 minute mark.
Oh, ABELsalas JR, man. Good call, bro. Thanks
That's
for doing
the real
that.
hero.
By the way, up on Patreon later, I'm going to actually, I'm probably going to react to it or something maybe and put it up there. Not the actual video, but ABELsalas JR, thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate that. And yes, the 1 hour and 12 minute mark, ABELsalas JR, not only did he give us $5 and fund the show, but he also went and told you guys where it is on the WWE Network. So enjoy that when we're done. Thank you, Abel. Thank you, bro. Really, thanks. That's really cool, man. But I like this little, interview that they're a little impromptu shoot that they're doing.
It doesn't matter where our placement is, what time it is, we steal the show.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. But it wasn't yours to steal. It wasn't yours to give. It wasn't yours anything. I mean, you guys are lucky to be here,
Well,
and
seeing as
coming
how
from a
NXT
fan, that's kind of a big thing.
NXT's big thing is take over. So we're here and we take over.
Sure.
See how he's got the Randy Orton vibe? Like to me, it's like this is Randy Orton too in a way. And to be honest,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
That's what I feel when he's in the ring, doing his shit week to week. It's like I don't give a shit. Except with Randy Orton, there's a chance I'll give a shit about the match, or at least about something he does here and there.
And you know what? And I think there's some people out there that would think that was maybe a little bit boring, but I enjoyed it because Corey Taylor kind of nailed him with some things, and then his responses were great, and they made that shit up.
Yeah. So how old was that?
3 years ago now, probably.
So he had more leeway to do shit of his own.
Well,
then.
it was NXT, and he was on an alternative press program.
Yeah, so it was made up completely.
Yeah.
He had nobody
Yeah,
controlling.
he just said, "Bro, I'll come in and I'll show up at the end of your thing, and I'll cut a promo for the NXT brand." And I think it was really that was the music guys letting the WWE get over, letting them sort of say, advertise, we're at this tour as well.
Yeah,
Wrestling's going to
absolutely.
be here.
But
So-
like it was better what for me watching, that was better than anything I've seen him do since I've been watching again in the last 9 months or whatever it's been.
Right. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm out of Twitter jail. I'm out of Twitter jail. I'm out of Twitter jail in 1 minute. One minute.
Shit.
I'm out of Twitter jail. I'm gonna tweet something. I can't wait. I'm gonna tweet something. Maybe I'll tweet a video. I'll tweet a video out. Look at this. It actually says 1 minute. How fucking
and
retarded.
then you get suspended, right?
Don't tweet a dick, okay?
Look at that. 1 minute. 1 minute to go.
Oh wow.
1 minute to go. 1 minute, everybody. And I'm going to basically write. I'm going to tweet out a video. I'm going to tweet out a celebration video. And then you guys can go on Twitter and retweet the hell out of it and love it and suck it and whatever else. But my Patreon DMs, DMs increased by 7 times over the last week because of being banned on Twitter for a week. Like Patreon inbox blown up. Rest in peace to the Dynamite Kid, man. What a fucking legendary wrestler he was. And unfortunately, in the last 5 to 10 years, his body broke down really badly, and it was very sad. Not even a lot of people know.
I thought it was longer than that. Like
It has been longer.
I'm going based on shoot interviews now. Like older shoot interviews, early 2000s. People were saying he was not doing good. I thought.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's been maybe 20 years, to be honest.
So he's been suffering, I think, a long time with shit. From what I've heard, I don't know shit, but
no, it's been a while. It has been a while. And he did.
I actually felt like relieved when I heard that he passed. And that made me think, because everything I've heard has been pretty bad about him.
Yeah, he had some heat with WWE and shit.
What?
He had heat with WWE and everything, I believe. You know who could say?
Oh well, I don't mean in that way. I just mean I heard about a lot of suffering and shit from what I heard. From like multiple.
Oh yeah,
different
no, he definitely had pain and suffering. He was in a wheelchair. It was very bad.
Yeah, so I actually felt really relieved when I heard he passed. I was like, oh cool, he's not suffering anymore.
Yeah, he's not in pain. Just sucks it had to be on his birthday.
I mean, I feel like Iron Sheik's in a lot of pain, and nobody thinks about that. They just think, oh, he's funny. It's like, nah, dude, that dude's suffering.
Oh my god, I heard the Iron Sheik fucking. Oh my god, he ripped somebody the other day, and it was Did
he though?
No, he ripped the Ultimate Warrior, and it was so fucking funny. Where is this?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Ultimate Warrior.
Classic.
No, this is so funny. I have to find this. Oh, here it is.
The
Wrestlers.
shit he comes out with, I'm sure it was classic.
I found it. Listen to this. This is great.
Atlanta, Georgia. A Warrior on his, I think on his.
This is amazing.
A Warrior, whatever.
What about that damn Ultimate Warrior?
Ultimate Warrior. 25 years ago, I've been in Atlanta, Georgia, my hometown, Olympic City, Atlanta, Georgia. Ole Anderson, Gene Anderson, send a cameraman in the bodybuilding contest. Everybody was over there. And I take my Persian club over there, and you was one of my challenge to me. Ultimate Warrior, I'll fuck you, I'll fuck your mother, I'll fuck your wife.
Give him no fuck. Don't give him no fuck.
Hey, man. King Jack, baby, Ultimate Warrior, you are a cocksucker. Everybody know you lost your face because you get money for someone. No, Jack, please. Ultimate Warrior,
Oh, this is an old one.
Somebody fuck your ass. Somebody, you give somebody head job, that is blue job, and you tell me I'm a Batman. I beat you 25 years ago. Olympic City, Atlanta, Georgia, with my Persian club. You low-life motherfucker! You tell me I'm a bad man? I'm not a bad man. I'm not cocksucker. You are cocksucker, motherfucker.
Kiss the ring.
You tell me. You tell. Please. No, Jack, let me finish my.
Go ahead, do your thing, Sheik.
Ultimate War, you are worse than my edges. Eric Sims. Eric Sims. Love to fuck young boy ass. No, let me finish my point. Ultimate War. You are low life.
See, you gotta say this in your language.
You are no.
You gotta say this in your language.
Right.
Kiss the ring, bitches.
Amen. Ultimate War.
Kiss the ring.
Kiss the ring. Oh, kiss my ass. And let me kiss my ass. Ultimate War. You are low life motherfucker. I beat you 25 years ago with my Persian club. And a sin,
And this is after he's dead.
Yeah, really.
I believe this is after the Warrior's been dead.
No.
Subtitles.
That's an old ass one, dude.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Because some of these,
So. I saw that shit like years ago.
this is WWE wrestlers shoot and bury the Warrior, but there's some of these on here that are current. Like a lot of them are.
That one for sure is quite a few years old.
Bischoff shits on him, and then he's
I
like,
saw that one before I met you. So.
okay, well then it is old, but dude, Bischoff. So I mean that's good because I don't. Then he wouldn't say that about the Warrior now.
No,
but
that's why I was listening, and then when I heard New Jack in there, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I remember the video of that.
Oh, really? That video is gonna be
There's
funny.
There's a third person there with them.
But Bischoff craps on him, and then JR's like, oh, of course. Then he passed away, and it was so shocking. And it was like, oh my god, dude, they're like burying the Warrior. I mean, everybody knows what he did and everything, but that was. It's like, Jesus, haven't we beat this guy to death already?
Yeah, haven't we already? Tarnished his legacy enough.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think we hit everything we can hit on tonight, man. I think there's
yeah, as much as you can go off of with a double record breaking ratings.
Yeah, I mean,
negatives.
There wasn't a ton of news to me this week, really. I mean, the big news is just how the ratings have just
how piss poor everything's been, how they changed storylines due to fan outrage, and how they basically have gone ahead and shot themselves in the foot. Every time they get something good, they let it go or fuck it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I think we're gonna fucking get the fuck out of here, man. Thank you to everybody who called, everybody who dropped a couple bucks and donated, for keeping the show going. This was episode 131 of Out of Nowhere. And tomorrow night I will be live at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. You can come watch anytime, whatever time that is in your country or place. And I'll be live on my other channel, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. I'll be there with Troy, me, I think Jesse maybe. You coming, Jesse, tomorrow? Maybe, depending on how you feel, probably.
Yeah. Throw it down. Yeah, I'll be there.
And then maybe Leah, I don't know. And so we'll have a good show, as always. We'll talk about this whole PETA thing with what you can and can't say. And,
yeah, you can't say bringing home the bacon. You got to say bringing home the bagels, Joe. Come on.
Yeah, I'm bringing home the bacon, bro, and I'm going to fucking chew on it and then have a heart attack from it. So how about that?
Go fuck yourself. How about
Go fuck ass self. Fuck ass butt fuck, man.
See what he thinks about that. Oh god.
Oh, he'd love it, man. He would just he would gobble it up. Let me leave you guys. I'm gonna hang up on you both, and thank you to Kid Jake up on Twitter at Countdown Ended. He's on there a lot, and Jesse is at Jesse JCS or Jesse J JCS at Jesse J JCS on Twitter.
There we go.
And this is the time of year when you might really need to hook up with Jesse and talk some shit out. It's a tough year, as I've been saying, for a lot of people, so reach out. We're here, and I'm here, and I know I'm really busy right now with the whole house and crazy shit.
If anybody wants, I offer a lot of services, and I'm getting more. They're growing all the time, the types of services I'm doing. So just hit me up. It's all about helping through tough times all year round. So, and this is the kind of, like Joe just said, this is the time of year where everything kind of gets exacerbated and it's heavy this time of year. So if anybody needs some help with stuff, just hit me up.
And hit Jesse up, man. If you can't get a hold of him, let me know or Jake know. We'll get you in touch with Jesse. And man, I'll let you guys go, I guess. And I literally sent 30 documents to these people in the last 2 days, and I signed 25 times today on a document. I've never seen paperwork or anything like this ever. And it's crazy, but as expected, I guess. That being said, Jake and Jesse, I will see you later.
Joe, I'm here.
Oh, MK, what's up, bro?
Hey, how you been? I'm sorry to interrupt the end of your show, but I did a follow-up on what I heard about Nia Jax.
Yes, let's talk about
being leaked last year.
Being leaked? Like her...
Man, yeah, she has a few leaks from last year, from what I read in the chat.
Like titty leaks?
No, like ass leaks. Her ass reminds me of a fucking horse, dude. My God. And I think I know why Jessamine Duke is having like a little bit of a D push. She has leaks as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So big news for you guys.
That's huge news, man. I mean, somebody has to get under there with a pooper scooper and find out if she's got worms.
Who knows? We might find the rest of Ember Moon's career by the end of tonight.
Oh, my God.
Fuck my ass. I just creamed.
Oh, man. All right, guys.
I'm shooting the laser beam.
Thank you, man. What an update.
My fucking pants.
What an update.
Jesus.
Good night, everybody. What an update. What a fucking update. Listen. Oh, man. That was fucking weird. We know some shit that maybe we didn't want to know before. But anyway, you guys should check out my Morning Madness episode. It is about 50 minutes long. It's available on Patreon. You can download it on your desktop, or whatever you want to do. It starts off pretty good. The following is content exclusively available for patrons only on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you guys for supporting what I do.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
Exclusively on Patreon. I'm the fucking devil. You know something? I just bought a gun, and I think I'm gonna go outside, shoot some motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Hey now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Madness. No, seriously, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? I have had a fuck of a day. I've had a fuck of a day yesterday. Today, it's just... It never goddamn ends, man. Like a fucking idiot. And he's like... Hey, did you hear about the sports team and this happened? Fucking Jesus Christ, dude. I'd take a sword and cut my head off. All right? Yeah, I could listen to that, or you could just take a sword and you cut my fucking head off, all right? Fucking... That's why we can't get this guy on the shows anymore. That's why my friend doesn't do shows with me anymore. That's why fucking whatever the fuck. So we can do a podcast with fucking the tin can.
I mean, he just goes, Boston may do it this year, and leaves. That was the end of the conversation.
Oh my God, he must be a fellow Red Sox fan.
Now, I don't know if he was... Dude, listen. I don't...
What?
I don't know if...
It's normally on Corrupted. I get like 500 views, 800 views. I should make up a story about somebody meeting me at the fucking meat market or something. Hey, guys, you know, the other day I was down at the fucking meat market and...
We should do sports. It'll be meth. I'll be the guy who'll call it all out. My name is Meth, and you're Joe Cronin. It'll be amazing. Oh, my God, it'll be amazing. And listen, people, you know what? It's funny you mentioned something, because even though I've only been on your show about 7 times, and we get fucking, I don't even know how many listens and downloads we get, but let me tell you this. I was at the fucking meat market the other day, just like you said, All right, I was at the meat market. Nobody recognized me at the meat market. I get my car, I drove away. It was all great. It was all fine. But let me tell you this. I went down to the CVS, to the fucking CVS pharmacy, okay? And I was walking through the lines. I walked in this line and that line and these lines and all these different lines. And let me tell you something. When I get to the adult diapers line, I don't know why, I decided to walk down the adult diapers lane because the lane next to the adult diapers is all the vitamins. And there's like 70 fucking cocksuckers in that fucking aisle, okay? All right? So what I did was, little old Meth here. What's up? It's me, Meth. Not Seth. My name's Meth. But anyway, so I walked down the adult diapers aisle, and all of a sudden this old fuck looks at me and he goes, "Oh my God, I know you. You're from the Joe Cronin Show, and you're Meth. They call you Meth because because you did all this meth back in the day and you're fucked up on drugs. I recognize you, Joe. I think I have underestimated how many people actually recognize us. It's actually pretty fucking incredible." So I'm like, "Oh my God, this guy recognized me." I couldn't believe it, Joe. Let me tell you something. It's a life-changing experience.
Wow, that's a pretty crazy story, man. Listen, I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, what are you gonna say, bro? These people recognize us everywhere, and why, dude? Your phone sucks. You gotta get a new phone.
Oh no, listen. Let me tell you something. Fucking Jeff, I'll show it to you anytime you want. I'll be your Bailey. I'll be your new birthmark. It'll be amazing. My name is Meth. I mean, it used to be Matt, but now it's Meth.
So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. You know it's Cronin. Tell them that we own it. On almost every night, bitch, we got the potion. Laying back in my whip, puffing straight coasting. Turn on the app, it's live, Joe Cronin. Raw reviews, don't forget Smackdown too. He's on Twitch, on Twitter, and YouTube. So if you want a dose, homie, it a real shit. Tune in right now for some heel shit. It's JCS, and everybody know we the best. And everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves out of nowhere. Monetize this bitch is in the air. Run Smackdown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's JCS. Everybody here knows not the test. Cross Joe on the shelf like the rest. And life goes on, cause we the best. Everybody know Joe states facts. More views than your ass, check the stats. Keep talking till your ass gets smacked. Keep it up, then your ass gets clapped. Everybody tunes in cause we all love it. Joe's real, he ain't no motherfucking fake puppet. Tells you what it is, homie, and you better love it. And if not 2 words, bitch, go suck it. JCS, and everybody know we the best. And everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves out of nowhere. Monetize this bitch is in the air. Run Smackdown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. It's JCS, and everybody know we the best. And everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Monetize this Friday at 11.
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
Joe Cronin. Monetize this. Count that Joe. Fridays at 11. Joe Cronin. You count that cash, Joe. Yeah, let me start by saying this. You mess with Joe, you might as well slit your wrist. I come and get ya, listen and you feel the picture. I bang hard, me and Joe will come and bang your sister. Who are these guys, all these bums in the chat? Yapping their mouth until their face get cracked. Tell this bitch Pete on my lap to watch his fucking mouth before I come through and put his ass on the shelf. Shout out to my nigga Heist, everything precise. We puffin' blunts all day and every single night. Everything we do, always make the news. Damn, tell me what a brother really gotta do. Shout out to Foul Mouth, shout out to Jake too. They keep it real like a real motherfucker do. Hey Mitch bitch, Anthony Brown, you keep at me dog, I'm putting you 6 feet down. Yeah, everybody loved Joe Cronin, but before the fame nobody ever noticed. Now he's on top, where he belongs. Making shows almost every night, hours long. Drinking whiskey and always banging songs. Joe's got a following that you cannot clone. So tune in almost every night and get ready, hope you're ready for a fight. I holla at my fam, I Wandy, cause he got a plan. He comes swinging through the hood like he Tarzan. Everything we do, you would think it's planned. We come from the land of camels and desert sand. Vanessa, that I think she got a nice ass. And Maxwell, you got big bad ass. And Leah, I don't wanna disrespect her. Just know, Joe, that you're a lucky gangster. Tommy, everybody thinks you're a joke, but there's a devil lurking every time you're looking at the Joker. And that girl in the shower, you wish you poked her. Maybe next time learn to play better poker. Yeah, I'm going on a fucking hunt now. And that bitch German's gon' get gunned down. I come to your city, homie, all strapped up. And I ain't leaving till you're in a bag zipped up. Yeah, everybody loved Joe Cronin, but before the fame, nobody ever noticed. Now he's on top, where he belongs. Making shows almost every night, hours long. Drinking whiskey and always banging songs. Joe's got a following that you could not clone. So tune in almost every night and get ready, hope you're ready for a fight. Better recognize, better analyze. It's not dollar, motherfucker, I terrorize. Come to your block, homie, I see those panicked eyes. I'm always prepared, me, I always strategize. Fuck a renegade, that fucking renegade. I catch him slipping, put him in the water like a frog. Homie, you ain't even slipping out of my grasp. But when I see you, just know that I'ma whip that ass. I go hard, man, I'm always on the show. Been listening to Joe since 2014. Yeah, and NullDeath can vouch. And shout out to D-Rail, probably puffing on his couch. What up with Doman? What up be Austin? What up Monica, Kara, and Dolphin? Everybody know how the shit go. So tune in to every single one of Joe's shows. Yeah, everybody love Joe Cronin, but before the fame, nobody...